universe, make sure to only ever compare Homelander to people outside of his universe. And always say how he would never beat a guy like Omni-Man or Superman. But do say that you were always on his side and that he's never done anything wrong throughout the entire show. That way, your dual loyalties will be rewarded for the sentiment alone if you manage to make the right kind of post to the correct audiences. Remember, different LARPs for different parts. If you couldn't tell, that last guide, while being funny about it, was being used as a vehicle for some level of fandom criticism. Listing those criticisms in an ironic way, the types of behavior a given person in the community sees as being generic or the actions of a faker. A guy who doesn't even really know the show like I do. Admittedly, I'm like projecting some intention onto this guy that I don't have like explicit confirmation for. And even still, depending on the situation, they might even be like varying levels of truth. In certain instances, this all just reads as a repeat of the same gatekeeping discourse we've been having since before the internet ever existed. Like, do we just let people enjoy things to whatever degree they choose to engage with it? Or are there certain behaviors we should be driving out and shitting on to preserve the identity of the community? Not exactly how I meant it, but the idea of like fandom NIMBYs is crazy. Either way, in order to use the format of criticism they did here, creating a guide for LARPing, the person who made the guide has to know something about the subject matter you're calling other LARPers out about, making them, once again, LARPing the act of LARPing. It feels like this weird intersection on the internet where a lot of content you see these days appeal is like based on some form of authenticity. Think like streamers giving you access to a more raw and unfiltered version of themselves than pretty much any type of celebrity previously in human history. All at the same time that the way we talk on the internet has become more and more drenched in irony. Like, if you show interest in a particular anime, let's say, you better clarify down to the timestamp when you aren't sure about specific things, and never make any sweeping claims about something you aren't certain about, because you will get called a faker. Or you can take the alternate path of downplaying how interested you are in something as a kind of defense mechanism, hiding how much you truly know. LARP as a casual. That way, if you talk about it in depth but get something wrong, you could say, who really cares about that stuff anyways? That way you never have to expose your soft underbelly in case someone catches you being wrong about a minor detail in a show. It's a really novel way of thinking about things that I'm sure is good for someone's psyche. In some ways, vague posting might just be the hard counter to LARP accusations. If all you ever do is vaguely gesture at knowledge that you might have about a specific topic, but you never reveal what it is you know for sure or say definitively what you're talking about, no one can ever call you out on it. They can never definitively call you a stupid lying liar. Oh my god. Regardless, those are my somewhat messy thoughts on some shit I see everywhere now. My LARP of choice today was as someone who knows what they're talking about. Here? Anyways, that's all I got. That card I mentioned should be on screen. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. Anyways, this has been Quite, and I'll see y'all next time.
I'm sure as fuck not losing this Gila. I'll tell you that. Fuck are you doing? Gonna give it 20 minutes. Fucking idiot. He scanned me down, I guess? I guess so. He like scanned me down. What the fuck is that?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All right, welcome back to Worse Every Day. We apologize, we've been gone for a little while. Came down with hantavirus, actually. Wasn't so bad. But we are better now, and we're easing back in. And we thought, wouldn't it be fun to compile a list of people that we used to love, but now we hate? Okay. Personally, anytime I get to add a new person to my hate list.
Why was this guy 2 pockets in? The fuck was that? What are you gonna do? Jump me into Loki? You can't jump me into Loki. Fucking Concord will fucking jump you.
I get a little surge of adrenaline.
So I'm not that soft. Like, I'm not that soft. Like, I have, You know, it's stupid to give it up, but I mean, I've got 50k EHP. Even if it were to try and jump me, it would take too long.
Because to me, hate is really my only motivator.
I think I lost like 2 million in drones right there. It's kind of weird. This guy's a jackass. I have no idea what his fucking deal is. He's like the only orange in the fucking system or whatever. Hansa's Krutas. And a Loki. Where you break things for 9 years and 14 days. Jesus Christ. Necklace Bastard. Cheesy Kills. Yeah, Cheesy Kills Collector. Another stupid title. Or whatever. Norvis Odo. Or no, sorry, Novus Ordo. What? It's some Russian guy, I guess. They all look like steampunk dudes. I don't know.
In life.
It's an actual E-player. At least it's not some fucking bullshit ass stream sniper loser. Or maybe it is. We don't know. If he shows up in the fucking station, I'm just gonna leave.
It's my fuel source.
What can a Loki do if he opens up? The Concorde will be there in 10 seconds. He'd have to alpha me in a Tengu or something. There's nothing he can do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, even if I'm tanking the entire fucking room, it still isn't. He still wouldn't have enough damage. Not with the crystal implants or any of that stuff. He still wouldn't have it. Pop a booster, you know. I should have popped a booster, but I was like, no, I can just warp out. There's nothing he can do to stop me. It appears that I have drawn attention from the local butt pirates, so I don't know. Don't know how well that might go. What can they do? They can bring a nasty cat crew to come hit me. But I'm not. It's not like I'm Abyssal Loot. I mean, I'm like a bill. That's pretty standard for a nice rich Gila. It's like a bill. I'm not gonna cry about a bill. That's 1/11th of my liquid and 1/30th of my value or something. So it's like, you know, it would hurt, but it wouldn't be like the end of the world. I've lost a Gila this year. The same value Gila. I lost the same value Gila to the mobs, and I didn't cry. So I was just like, I don't know. What's the point of acting all aggressive like that? Now there's another skull guy. Raphael Tempest. And I wonder if they're affiliated. Let's see. Raphael Tempest. Pop his bio. Oh no. I double clicked you by mistake. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show info. Rational Chaos Inc. No, not a bad slime. Not a bad slime slurp. Ugh. So yeah. So I don't know. This guy is he who was after me? I don't know. I can't remember. I think that was his name. I don't know. I don't care. Okay, this guy's back in station, so we leave. Now that I know where he is. Because what can he do?
Warp drive active.
I think the smart play would be to abandon the quest. As I got like 40 mil out of this quest or something, I don't know, and turning it in doesn't mean anything. In that way, it sends me somewhere else that he doesn't know where I am, which will frustrate him. It's like Rust, you know, it's sort of like if he knows where you are, you might get caught. To come into Worlds Collide like this and explore the gates, it seems kind of crazy. He probably went all the way through the Garistas all the way. And then he finally found me at the end of Serpentis. For what? Like, why would you throw Loki away? I don't know. I just don't really understand those kind of... Oh, I'm not going to focus on it. I don't think it's important, honestly. I just don't understand those sort of bully tactics. They don't really compute to me. But, I mean, that's Eve.
Of course.
Yeah, I feel the opposite. I'm truly sad about...
I was talking about this guy that used to bump orcas in my last corporation, Absolute Order. Like for 2 years or something while I was in there, he would just bump fucking miners all day long, orcas mostly. And I described him as an absolute nightmare of a human being to somebody in my corp today, and they were like, oh yeah, there's this guy in Osmond who's like that. And I was like, that's him, that's who I'm talking about, that's the system. And he was like, oh god, it's the same guy. And I was like, yeah, it's the same guy. And that's weird, like that guy doesn't compute either. Bringing a Loki into the L4, sure, it probably scares the shit out of Care Bears. I don't give a flying fuck about that. I have not used my D-scan. I don't give a flying fuck about this guy. If he bangs me, I would be a bad player if I cared. I don't care. Now, did he pop my MTU, I guess? Yeah, I think he did. He, like, popped my MTU, I guess. Which is like, yeah, you can do that. You can pop my fucking MTU. What's the point of that? So he did. He popped my fucking MTU, which is so fucking stupid. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. Do I need the MTU? I don't think I do. Reconnect to no, pull back and reconnect to Lost Drones. Oh well, so he cost me 10 million. But I think it's actually just some dude leaning on level 4 mission runners. I don't think it has anything to do with me. If he shows up again, it'll be personal. But I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think he likes popping MTUs and level 4s, and this is what he does for fun on a Tuesday night as he scans down people running level 4s. Which is just like, what? And then go and pop their fucking MTUs or whatever? I don't really understand that. But okay, go ahead and waste your time and my time.
Some of these people that we had to add to this list.
See that shit? There's that shit about doesn't compute.
Celebrities we have lost to Mega. It hurts my heart.
I actually get sad when I have to take someone off the hate list. You know, it's like, oh, now Tucker Carlson's like making sense, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, true.
Anyways, so what we did is similar to our Mar-a-Lago makeover videos. We created a wall of shame, and we're gonna reveal these morons one person at a time.
Yeah, then why do we hate them now?
Kind of fun, actually. And there's some in there that, like Crystal said, it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. So you're gonna want to watch to the end.
I think
And if you haven't already-
I think I saw Adam Sandler on this list, and I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Is Adam Sandler fucking MAGA?
Please give us
Fucking maggot.
the like, comment, a sub.
You fucking maggot.
A module has run out
It
of
means
charge.
so much and helps our channel.
Yeah, and when we look at our analytics, there's a huge percentage of our subscribers that haven't hit the bell, and we get comments all the time from people saying they're not seeing our stuff.
Where'd you go?
The music
Yeah,
is
so you
really
gotta hit the
fucking
bell
bad,
because we
Maggie.
also do political content, which is suppressed on YouTube. So yeah, let's get into it though.
Yes.
It's getting worse every day.
Okay, we've got the wall of shame queued up. You guys will have to be patient with
Here
me.
it
I'm
is again.
operating the soundboard while doing the reveal. I think I can pull it off.
I think you can too. Oh, and let's mention, guys, obviously these people aren't all walking around with MAGA hats, so we can't say for certain that they are like pro-Trumpers, hardcore MAGA, but they have done enough things in their lives with their words, with their actions that we decide.
So, okay, Raphael Tempest was his name. Now I know his name.
Docking permission requested.
So it was this guy from Rational Chaos Inc.
Docking request accepted.
Looking at the employment history. It's somebody brand new to Eve. Big surprise. Welcome to Eve, scrub. Anyways. Let's go replace the mobile tractor unit that he fucking boom ganged or whatever. Okay, 9 mil. Okay, Gratz, you got 10 mil off me. It's Eve Online. You are free to do that sort of stuff. Congratulations, man-child. You cost me 10 mil. Congratulations, man-child. Must be nice to have that kind of time. Fucking idiot. Alright, anyways. I'm going down to the monument down the street. Yep. But I came to see if there was, like, car stuff here. Yep. Okay.
They deserve to be on this list.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. I've got all these new additions to the soundboard. I have a
So you
custom
survived.
sound for each reveal,
Andrea thought
and one I put in just for my own
Andrea does
entertainment.
what she.
Nothing
Everyone is
bad can
hard.
happen.
They
It can
true up
only
and-
good happen.
You are
That's
That
in
makes
there
me
permanently.
happy every
Right.
time I hear that.
Hacking the sound.
All
Okay,
Break said,
are we ready? Number
"Here,
one.
location." Good.
Oh,
A lot
Raining
of the
chicken in
signs are high
Flavortown
up.
right there,
Be
buddy.
careful. Here's what I
Guy Fieri. Fieri. You gotta roll it.
Bro.
He gets pissed off if you don't say it right.
I heard that, and he only really started trying to force people to say it the Italian way, like halfway through his career.
I don't get it. Look at this guy. The hair, the fat face, the bad tattoos, the horrible style.
As a chef, I'm known for my food, but one of the things people always ask me about is, hey, where'd you get those tattoos?
He's okay with that.
Yeah.
But don't pronounce his name wrong.
Don't you dare.
Okay? Don't you dare!
Not the mayor of Flavortown.
Fieri. I have a little Italian on my mom's side, so I get excited when I get to, like, tap into those roots.
Yeah, how sad. We used to be huge Food Network, Triple D fans. We've eaten at some Triple D locations.
I had chicken
Of
and
course.
waffles at a restaurant in Florida because he said it was the
Yes.
best chicken and waffles he ever
eyes
had.
Yeah.
Stacking and stuffing its pancakes. This is ridiculous.
I used to always giggle when you'd watch Triple D, and you could always tell when he had just gone out back to smoke a joint. He'd come and be tasting the food. His eyes would be all
Yeah.
squinty and red, like he was a hoot.
He looked like he was always really, really high.
Yeah.
This is what it's like when the big weenie starts to have a meltdown. Represent, brother.
And he ate too much.
Where's that been all my life? Sweet to heat.
You ever notice that?
Good.
He's supposed to.
He loves his work.
They would hand him these big fat burgers, and he'd just be like,
To heat.
So why is Guy on this list? He was at a big event where he was like a special guest speaker, and the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, was there. All these top donors of the America First Policy Institute were there. He's known for attending these UFC events, as Mega really loves to attend and rub shoulders with the president.
like, when did UFC become mega?
Worlds Collide is not a bad one to leave it on because all the ships will respawn and I'll get another 40 million out of it. Let's go do something else. Because I'm not losing a Gila to this fucking douchebag or whatever his douchebaggery fucking tip is. I'm not fucking doing it with this fucking loser. This is what a Care Bear who keeps their money would do. And that's what I'm going to do too. Fuck it. I'm just going to go jump in. I'm going to take Faction Warfare Q. I think. Yeah, take me a Faction Warfare Q. Yeah. And I'm in a good clone, right? Yeah, it's good clone. So I can do this and I will. I can jump in for just one Faction Warfare run. What do I care? Like, if it puts me on timer, I don't care about that. So yeah, we'll just leave, go do something else. I'm not really in the mood to lose any more fucking shit to this fucking idiot. Let him go fuck himself. I really don't care. So, yeah. Open the faction selection. We'll go out there to some Caldari enlistment somewhere. Look how well... Sorry, Kitty. I didn't mean to bump you. You okay? Sorry, I forgot you were down there. I'm so... I didn't mean to hurt you. So, initiate enlistment. Yes, please. Look at this. Caldari is winning this engagement. They've got like 5 systems. We have 10 or something like that. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got 6 systems. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We are winning this fucking engagement big time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now they've got 8, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're not totally winning, but we're definitely winning. There's a Caldari battlefield. I don't know. I want to open the faction selection, and I want you to initiate enrollment, and I will leave this place and go do something else. When the game or the situation gets toxic, you leave. Oh, good. I only have to go to, like, 1 moon. Nice. That's nice. Caldari has a moon here, apparently. Oh, my little kitty. She's purring. She's purring her little guts out. Oh, you cute little kitty. I love my cute little kitty. She's so cute.
Drive active.
Yeah, my little cute little kitty. She's such a special little kitty. I like how you're just sitting here with me. What is that sound? I don't know. What the hell is that sound?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Like, how did that happen? Well, I guess it's pretty obvious.
Dana White.
Dana White.
Yeah.
You've been openly supportive of President Trump for a long time. Has that ever cost UFC any business, either domestically or abroad?
I don't give a shit.
Guy Fieri now regretting those handshakes with brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate, as he issues a statement claiming he doesn't know or support them.
Yeah, I think you are shaking Andrew Tate's hand.
I don't know who they are.
Too late, buddy.
The video sparking outrage due to the toxic nature of the
Love
brothers
sex
who have
trafficking.
repeatedly spread sexist messages and hate speech. They were previously indicted in
Pimps.
Romania on multiple charges, including
Wait a minute.
Look at his comb over, the Mr. I'm so manly or whatever. Look at that bald patch, like Kelsey Grammer. Real men don't lose their hair or whatever. I don't know. Is that a man thing? I think it kind of is.
Minute. They got to be cuffed together.
Oh.
Oh, you guys gonna kiss in the paddy wagon? Oh.
Really that codependent on each other.
Isn't that sweet?
human trafficking, rape, and forming a criminal gang to exploit women. They currently face 21 charges in the UK for various alleged crimes, including rape and assault.
It must make him so mad that his brother has better hair than he does.
Now using his platform to
you hear her say it like a minute later, yeah.
speak out. He's, quote, devastated. I was there to see the fights, and when I was walking through the venue, the Tate brothers stood up and said hello, and that's when the exchange happened. I did not know them or about them before that moment.
Typical MAGA. They're dumb.
Yeah.
That's always their excuse.
Yes.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't know who those people are.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this
Yeah.
person. How could you not know who the Tate brothers are?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice try.
And if we were sitting in the VIP section and you walked past and we stood up to shake your hand, would you act that warm with us? I doubt
so
it.
he obviously knew they were
Yeah.
famous.
Exactly.
And like they didn't just shake hands, they did the whole like
fist bump
this whole
brothers.
thing. That's like
That's intimate.
yeah. That means something in the man world.
What?
Goodbye, Guy. We're rolling out.
Guy Fieri.
Docking permission requested.
Just joking.
Oh, that's what he used to say in the car. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I'm Guy Fieri.
All right, this next one probably won't be a surprise to a lot of people, but it still
hurts.
It's an interesting one. This one really hurts. Let's do the reveal.
Okay.
Rocky.
Feel like a Kentucky Fried Idiot.
Stallone.
Speaking of fried,
I love hearing
Sylvester
little bit of chickens in the
Stallone.
background.
You know, the
Good
worst
surprise.
part about this guy is that he has a beautiful story.
I know.
I saw a little clip on YouTube from a documentary that he was in that he had to sell his dog for $400 just to get by while he was.
I did that once. I traded my cat for $500 worth of rent. I went back and tried to find my cat too later on. But I did. I sold my cat to my old roommate so I could go another month without paying rent. And then I got ready. I needed the time. And honestly, I needed the time to leave Denver. I got my affairs in order. I packed up my stuff and I moved away. I left the state and I needed the time. So, but then I went back 6 years later looking for my cat because I still felt like I don't feel like I got taken advantage of. I just felt that I raised the cat and that he was kind of like my child. And I wanted him back. But he wasn't there when I went to go look. And I caught a trespassing charge. I miss that cat. I raised him since he was a little kitten. He's probably past of old age now, but you know, I miss that cat. You know, it's kind of annoying. I wanted him back in my life before, you know, before our story was over, but I just, you know, and it wasn't that I was taken advantage of. It was a fair trade. It was just that, you know, we were so bonded. That cat and I were so bonded. It was very difficult for me to do that. When I left him, I was like, bye, Pixel, bye, Pixel. I'm never going to see you ever again. He probably didn't understand it at first. We were so tightly bonded. That cat, he probably assumed I died. You know? Poor cat. I don't like that story. I went back and tried to fix it. I don't like that story. You know, I don't like that's a story in my life that I traded my cat for rent when my unemployment ran out. Ooh, corrupted wolf. Oh yeah, skin him, I guess. Okay.
Trying to make it in Hollywood.
When he won his first Oscar, apparently he tried getting his parents to come and attend with him and give him support, and they refused.
Ouch. That would hurt. That would hurt deep.
Yeah. Like, he's got some daddy issues. That doesn't mean you should replace your daddy with Donald Trump.
Let him fight for about 2-3 minutes, then it's easy to stop him.
And then Daddy has to sometimes use strong language.
Stallone and Trump are about the same age.
I know.
So while Stallone was working his ass off, living in poverty, giving up everything just to have one shot, Trump was just freeloading off Daddy the entire time. And yet these two guys look at each other now and they think we respect each other.
Yeah.
Like, Stallone, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Donald Trump had Stallone, it's like the special honoree at this Kennedy Center event where he mispronounced his name. But this...
Who mispronounced?
Apparently Trump mispronounced
How
his
do you
name.
mispronounce Stallone?
Yeah, here, I'll show you.
A friend of mine, a wonderful person, a really spectacular person, one of the true great movie stars. There aren't many. There used to be a lot. There aren't many now. But he's one of the great legends and had some of the greatest movies ever, including the top grossing movies ever. Sylvester Sly Stallone.
Stallone? Donald Trump is the dumbest guy in the world.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
This is the guy that claims he has all the best words.
I love
Nothing bad can happen. Only only good can happen. Oh my god. There is an impel right here for some reason. He is targeting me. Duck. He's duck. Oops. Let me in the station. I'm too far out. Go. I am moving it. Oh, 700, yeah.
Request accepted.
Oops. Forgot to hit autopilot. Okay, autopilot this time.
Autopilot engaged. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
I think I can recycle these for points, which is good. Well, that box I think is good. Yep, get lots of small storage crates for free. These recycle for points, which is good. Don't know where else to go here. Half of this place is submerged in storm. They wanted to do an enshrouded thing, and I like it more than enshrouded, kind of. I like the way it works more than enshrouded for some reason.
Autopilot jumping.
Enshrouded kind of excludes you with the shroud. This thing, it's like you can freely walk in and out of it. It's kind of cool. There's no timer or anything dumb like that.
To Stargate. Warp drive active.
Gotta level off him. Level 20, level 25. The fuck was that? Oh, my speaker's getting connected for some reason.
Approaching Stargate.
Oh, don't disconnect me now. Display of power, hack the third sign. Okay. Take me to it and I'll do it.
Maybe you'd like to try a velocity.
Autopilot jumping.
No, there's a chest up there, probably. money shot. Doctor cart and a thermos cup.
Good.
You see any heat leeches?
Gangs can keep from killing each other. Just might have a good day.
That thing looks fucking cool. What the hell is it? This is what they make, it's a chasm bass. It's what they make Aurora out of. This game looks so good.
What do we have here? Decided to drop by on Neon and do a little vandalism, huh? There's a steep fine for that. 0 tolerance. Tell you what, you pay the fine now, and I'll let you off with a... Maybe.
Autopilot jumping.
No way. You're one of ours? Easy, easy. Fine, fine.
Moving to Stargate. Warp drive.
Okay.
Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Moving to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping.
Ooh, I got a level.
Approaching Stargate.
You try. Nothing like a velocity after a rough shift at Xeno. You good?
Autopilot jumping.
A lot of the signs are high up.
You've really kicked the hornet's nest. Good.
Dangerous.
Andrea's running point on grabbing the gun stash. I need you and Vogel to keep the disciples off balance.
So we're finally doing this?
It's time, Vogel. The gloves are off. Both of you, keep the collateral damage down if you can. But it's do or die.
Ooh, a deviation. Gingerbread house.
Stargate.
Any time. Like the attitude, but don't give Neon Security any reasons to go after us, okay? You two coordinate whatever you need to. I have a request. I know this is asking a lot. Newell's Goods has some armor. Not mil-spec ranger gear or anything, but better than the cast-off clothes the strikers wear. So if you could, well, spring for some armor upgrades, maybe convince Newell to sell it to us.
Oh, cute looking.
Approaching Stargate.
Seriously? Are you all right?
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active.
Oh. Oh, God.
All the strikers, any credits it cost. Now's the time.
You're going into danger. Anything I can get you?
Stargate.
You're going into danger. Anything I... Stay safe.
I'm dreaming of this.
Autopilot jumping. Station. Warp drive active.
What
if I just stormed into Benjamin Bayou's office and demanded the job? You think he'd like that?
That's the spirit, mon chateau. Don't just gaze at the stars. Reach for them.
But what if he doesn't like it? I'd be screwed.
Not necessarily. I believe that when a door closes, it is simply the universe telling you to turn around.
Approaching station. Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
What you want to do? What gives you your joie de vivre?
The things I like, I'm not good at. I can't play instruments and I can't sing. And they haven't made drinking velocity a job just yet.
Don't worry. You are young. What others don't, but you never.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Time.
Up, buddy. Gold lighting. Okay. Well, that's good. I got a deviation off that guy. I must retreat now. I am out of ammo. I can't kill any more of these things. Maybe it'll just let me teleport. I don't know. Let's see. Nice. I can just jump out. I fucking love that.
Dreaming of this.
My job is to keep track of all
We're going into danger.
I've been telling him to let his best man
Hi,
loose for
Kitty. How you
weeks.
feeling? You doing
So thank
okay?
you for changing his mind.
Shall we feed you dinner? Dinner time for Kitty? Yeah? You look kind of out of it, like you've been drinking or something, Kitty. Doing okay? I think she's got indigestion.
You better believe. The plan's simple. We hit the street runners hard in as many points as possible. Max, then and drag. Well, here's 3 groups of street rats for you. Me and my
Gonna get
boys
some
will take
iced
some others.
milk. I'll be right back. Oh, I left the food up there, didn't I? Son of a bitch, I left the food up there. I think, or no, I didn't. I think I brought it.
I've been dreaming of this.
Oh no, I think I did leave the food up there. Son of a bitch.
I've been dreaming of this.
I gotta pause it. I'll be right back. As I left a bowl of food up there on outside the back door, and I gotta go get it. Fucking annoying. Gonna put these right here. I don't lose them. All right. Let me get this. Damn it! I left that food up there. do with this? I had a bowl of food that I had for dinner. Came in here and... What the hell? It's just gone. The freezer. It's not over there. I must have just left it in her house, I guess. Get off my computer. Get off my computer now. Off my computer. Off. Off. Bad kitty. Stay off the computer now. You've been puking in the back of this thing. I don't want you sitting on the computer anymore. I left a bowl of food in her house. I left the bowl of food in her house. I guess I did. I guess I left the bowl of food in her house. Well, where would I have left it? I don't really get that. Where would this be? No, I don't know. I don't know. You didn't eat much of your dinner, kitty. No, you did eat the treat, which is good. I must have left it up there in the house. I guess I'll have to go back up there with the keys. Well, I guess I left it in her house. I don't know how I did that. Seems sort of weird. I thought I had it in my hands when I came out. I swear to God I did. But no, this isn't here. I must just left it up there. Yes. guess I just left the bowl. What did I do with this? I don't know. Okay, well. Oh, yep. Phones left and right. I did not know Guy Fieri was a maggot.
Tesla. I like Tesla.
Yeah.
What's wrong with him? He's
It's
so
all
stupid.
computer.
Sylvester, Sly, Stallone.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's Mr. President. Guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations!
Sylvester. Doesn't he seem a little out of it there?
Did you see the way he was clapping?
Yes.
He was. He looked like a seal with
Yeah.
flippers.
We got the second George Washington. Congratulations!
Sylvester.
Like.
We got the second George Washington. Congratulations! Hey, come here. Be a huge fan.
So this is your legacy now.
Sylvester, Sly, Stallone.
And it always
Stallone
has to make you wonder why. What is going on that you need to join this cult
It's just
and
money.
worship
Money and
this
power
disgusting...
corrupts.
Yeah, exactly.
Because again, Stallone came from nothing,
Mhm.
worked hard,
Mhm.
sacrificed, you know,
Yeah,
put
what
it
does he have
all
in
on the
common with
line,
this fucking-
and now look at him, promoting basically fascism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell happened to you, man?
I think he's an extraordinary man. This is the toughest job in the world.
I still love the Rocky movies. How could I not like those movies? All right, number 3 on the list.
Oh yeah, I've never really liked him. I have always struggled with this actor. I've never seen him in anything I liked.
Marky Mark
Feel it.
has gone mega.
Mhm.
Although, interesting fact, the Funky Bunch, still good.
No, okay, good.
Still like the Funky Bunch.
I know nothing about the Funky
I don't
Bunch.
know, I just made that up. I assume the Funky Bunch are the black people.
That actually gave him the rhythm and the beats.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah.
all the people that actually made the song good. He just got to swoop in and be the token white guy and then take all the credit. Come on! And go on to have a career in Hollywood.
Exactly. Despite a very sketchy past.
I learned in my 30s, I was late,
Mhm.
that Mark Wahlberg was Marky Mark
Yes.
from the Funky Bunch, and that was Herman Munz. I had no idea. I've been listening to that song for like 10 years.
I'm sure it's on one of your workout
Good
playlists.
Yeah.
You feel it, baby?
And had no idea that was Mark Wahlberg.
Credits, yeah.
But yes, I do know about his past. The
incident.
the attempted murder.
Yes,
Is that what we're talking
yes,
about?
yes. So rereading about this, because I knew he had gone to jail and that he, I think, had taken some accountability for his
You do the
mistakes and
deed.
that he belonged
Just
to these
saying,
like juvenile
decide this
gangs.
week.
What I didn't
make you-
know until researching for this episode was that this gang of hoodlums that were running around assaulting people in Boston, they were a bunch of racist pricks. The man that he beat with a stick, that the guy almost lost his eye or something, was actually Vietnamese. And apparently Wahlberg and his buddies were using slurs while they were beating him unconscious with a 5-foot-long stick because they wanted to steal the guy's beer. So
Beat someone to death for a beer?
yeah, they didn't kill him, but the guy was badly hurt. This gang was also known for going around the neighborhood and like harassing and chasing black kids, throwing rocks at them. So he made quite the
that
career out of
sounds
being.
Pretty mega.
Yeah, he's now known as a vocal critic of Hollywood's divisive culture. And he's been like a part of this movement of trying to get Hollywood to move from California to Nevada because he feels they have more traditional American values there.
So,
what's the play?
The guy that beats Vietnamese people and throws rocks at black people
Yeah.
doesn't like divisive culture.
Exactly.
And he wants to bring things back to our roots.
Yeah, exactly.
So when he's talking about American roots, is he like fantasizing about his early days?
I think so.
Does he want to get back to that?
Yeah, because woke is bad, people.
Okay.
He's been spotted golfing with Donald Trump apparently multiple times. I have a little something here about, I think it was like a celebrity golf tournament, but from what I was reading, this was like an ongoing thing. They have golfed together multiple times.
You know they know better. These are people who have spent their entire lives in the public eye.
Yeah.
You know, they probably have a team of PR people. They know damn well going golfing with Trump, what message that sends to them.
Yeah.
So whether you come out and say you're MAGA or not,
Yeah.
you're golfing with Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, that's as MAGA as it gets.
Yeah, exactly. And he's another one of these guys that likes to rub shoulders with all the cool guys at the UFC events.
Yeah, come on, come on. Feel it.
Here, here's a little splice of him like totally kissing Trump's ass.
Oh, was that a little grab? Oh, gross.
Oh, you just know Trump's fantasizing about Marky in those Calvin Klein ads of the. Oh, he just kissing Trump's ass.
Oh, was that a little grab? Oh, gross.
Oh, this snap, little snap.
You just know Trump's fantasizing about Marky in those Calvin Klein ads of the 90s.
I don't like shaking hands because in my head I assume everyone jerked off an hour before. I'm like, you just jerked off, and now I have to touch that. Gross. Does anyone have any hands?
What I would really like to know now is Mark Wahlberg has also been very vocal about his Catholic beliefs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so what does he think now that Trump is posting images of himself basically being Jesus?
I think he likes it.
Apparently, I saw a little poll about it not that long ago. A small percentage of Catholics did say they liked that. But a huge percentage of them are turning on Trump.
I like it when a mortal man who hasn't worked for anything in his life gets to pretend he's a god.
Playtime is over. Downstairs, now. Like you have paid the price. It almost cost you your life.
Okay, we're flying through these things. Number 4. Here we go.
What do we got?
Oh, Jewel.
Jewel?
I'll pay you $1 million if you can tell me one word she just said. Listen to this. What? Okay.
I am a huge Jewel fan, and I
used to be a really big Jewel fan, not anymore.
Found this so upsetting. My
You know what
funeral
upsets
song
me?
is a Jewel song.
Is that she never fixed her teeth.
It
bothers me. No, because she's very beautiful.
I think she did fix them.
I don't think she
wouldn't
did.
know about what's going down?
We'll check in our after photos.
I think she did it to piss people off.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I'm a 9, I could easily be a 10, but I'm gonna stay at 9.
Why are you
just to
messing
troll
around
you?
with my streets, huh?
Every time I smile, you have to look at those teeth.
I absolutely have adored.
Wait, Kevin Costner dated Jewel? Oh my god, there's another Red Wing coated.
As I can see.
Her for so much of my
So
life,
here's
and
what's
I was
going to
so
happen.
sad to learn
Gang
she's
violence gets
actually
too
friends
noisy.
with Ivanka Trump.
That hurts the bottom
Oh,
line.
no.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
No
Ivanka
one
goes
What
to her
could they
shows.
possibly have to talk about?
Yeah,
No.
good question. One of you is a hillbilly that grew up in Alaska. Yeah. And then Ivanka, again, the most
I love your
pretentious.
singing.
Yeah.
Setting street rat against street rat.
I can't tell a word of this.
Don't take too long. Time to onboard the new hires.
Okay.
Yeah, what is she saying?
It sounds good.
But what really got people thinking she's mega is that she performed
Good
at
you're
the
here.
Maha
Huddle up, gang.
inaugural
Oh,
ball.
God,
Apparently,
Jewel
she's
did.
like
I want
BFFs with RFK Jr.
fucking love
After all
Jewel.
we've done, I don't
Jewel's
see
my
why not.
favorite
What's your
musician.
take?
I actually tried to sleep with her once, but Cheryl got pissed off, so I said, fucking fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he called her a lust demon too.
Are these eagles on both my bosoms? Mm-hmm.
She did actually apologize, but like, come on. What did you
It's
think
always
was
easy
gonna happen?
to take the money and then apologize.
We've been struggling. Anyone
I used to love this song.
I'll give
All right, any guesses who we have coming up next?
That's
Whatever
that.
God or
Oh
gods
my
we please
God,
to
that's
get
what
you to
that
help
song
us.
was about.
No, we'll be forever grateful.
It's about trans people in the bathroom. That's the only song I ever liked by her. But I was like, I thought it was a well-written song. But no, there was some anti-trans stuff in that video. You can see it.
All right, any
Oh my
guesses who we have
God.
coming up next?
Oh, let's see.
I know. Can you tell from that photo? You can't
It's
really.
so depressing. They're all like, oh.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
What happened to you, Adam Sandler? Oh my God, Drew Barrymore is like, I can't believe I ever touched him.
This one also hurts so
streets are gonna be
bad.
safer.
I love
looks like the
Adam
strikers are
Sandler.
What are you
thinking about?
And here's your cut.
Swimming pools.
I have been obsessed with
Swimming pools.
him since I was a young, like, preteen.
Back to school. Back to school.
This one I didn't even believe when you told me.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, I know he's friends with Rob Schneider. That guy's a moron.
Yeah.
If you're white, you're automatically racist.
Apparently, Adam is a little more on the DL and doesn't openly talk about it. But if you dig in, the clues are there.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. I didn't want to believe this. I kept reading people saying he's secretly MAGA, he's secretly MAGA. He claims he tries to be apolitical, but there were some weird things. Like, he's a comedian, yet he declined signing a petition for Jimmy Kimmel and that big free speech letter that all these comedians and peers were signing, trying to protest what was going on.
Because he doesn't believe in
Yeah,
it.
I know. Like, you don't
why
support
would you
free
not,
speech.
Yeah, why would you not sign that? It's free speech.
Yeah, exactly. And you're a comedian. You should care about
His
that.
track record of horrible movies.
Yeah.
Of all the people that should support free speech.
Yeah.
Hello, Fred. It's his first day in New York City.
He's been on like the upswing of his career again now. He's been putting.
Yeah, he's been all over Netflix and stuff, making bad
I
films.
think we should meet up at Chunks later and grab something.
And yeah, he came back, he's come back like 2 or 3 times now.
You know, it's some good movies. His comedy special was good.
I've always liked him. I've never been a really big fan of his like super silly crap.
I am.
Hey, what's up, ladies? Yeah, I'm from Saskatchewan. What's up in Canada, eh?
In 2025, went and did a big stand-up tour, and guess who his opener was?
Rob Schneider?
Exactly.
Rob
And
Schneider, oh no.
what did Rob do? He made his whole opening act all about how he's like so overly mega, so against woke.
New Year's, who has a suck dick on New Year's, frankly? Come on.
What's with the SNL alumni all going MAGA? Jim Brewer, have you guys seen his material lately? It's like he's losing his mind.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's misinformation! War in Russia! Quick, look at the other ring of the circus!
I had been listening to Elle King for years before I learned that she is actually his daughter. And he had like nothing to do with her, and yet she grew to become this successful, accomplished musician despite her dad being a piece of shit. Again, you're okay with that, Adam? Like, you're a family man, but you're buddies with these goddamn deadbeats.
The rules are, once someone comes out as MAGA, we cancel them and we throw them in the trash forever.
All it'll take is like one little criticism, and I would welcome Adam off of this list if he could just give Trump one little criticism.
I always liked Rob Schneider too. Like, if Rob came out and he's like, I got it wrong, guys. I got it wrong. What can I say? I'm sorry. I'd be like, you're back in. Come on, Rob.
The Sandsters saying hi. Sandy and Steve.
It's kind of annoying. Maybe somebody ought to talk to him.
He was funny on SNL,
Yeah.
like Deuce Bigelow, like he's
He's
all
kind of like a one act.
but a lot of his guest
guy,
appearances in Adam's movies, like he's always hilarious.
Yeah.
I totally get why, if you're Adam, you'd keep Rob around. It seems like that'd be a fun friendship.
Yeah.
Sorry about your brain.
The price is wrong, bitch.
You two look like you need to get wet.
Bye, Adam. You will forever be missed. I did like you in Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
What do we got next?
I don't know. I didn't think Uncut Gem was that good. It was alright. Snoop Dogg is MAGA?
Oh no!
You were on Trailer Park Boys smoking weed with all the leftist liberal gay people. What?
Oh, where's my...
What's my name?
Now, there's all these people are red pill coded, and I've noticed that my mom goes out of the way to like kiss their ass every once in a while. She's like, I love Snoop Dogg. And I'm like, why? You remember when he was talking about murder was the murder? That's the murder was the case guy. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? You're trying to tell me about Snoop Dogg like you know. You don't know about Snoop Dogg, motherfucker. Murder was the case that they gave me when they 7 on the motherfucking cops and all this murder stuff. You love Snoop Dogg, do you? Why? Because he hangs out with fucking Martha Stewart now or whatever? Like, you really love Snoop Dogg? No, you don't. You don't love NWA or whatever. You don't love Dr. Dre. Every time I ever put on Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, she told me to put it on, to turn it off. Like, you don't love Snoop Dogg. Don't act like you fucking do. But her whole generation acts like they do now. Wow.
I am white. I am a very white person.
I love Snoop. I just bought a vintage. I was in a vintage clothing shop and I bought like a cool Snoop Dogg T-shirt that I loved. So it hurts me to also have him on this list.
Yeah, I mean that song. It was like that song peaked when we were in
our prime,
like our teen prime years.
Yeah,
that was at every single party I ever went to. Every guy in town that had like subs in his vehicle. That's the only song they played as they drove up and down the streets, pissing everyone off.
Yeah. And so this one is very confusing because Snoop actually was like very anti-Trump during his first presidency.
Donald say he wants to run for president and move on into the White House. Why not? It wouldn't be the first time you pushed a black family out of their home.
Oh! Oh! Damn. Oh, that shit's old school. He fucking schooled you. Sent that bitch home in a taxi.
Look at this little clip from a music video. Look at this.
That girl's full blown laughing.
Little clip from a music video.
I love seeing white girls laugh.
Why not? It wouldn't be the first time you pushed a black family out of their home.
Look at this little clip.
It was funny.
From a music video.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm bothered they couldn't make that guy look more like Trump. That was a bad Trump outfit.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it?
Well, that is Snoop Dogg. I can... 2017.
So he went from that to
yes.
now he's all in?
Yes, and this is what's really confusing. So he headlines Trump's inaugural crypto ball. He's been trying to push for the release of this guy, Michael Harrio Harris. He's been in jail. He was one of the founders of Death Row Records, and he was serving 30 years for cocaine, trafficking, kidnapping, and attempted murder.
Oh no, Suge's homies. Oh no, Suge's homies probably caused Snoop Dogg some problems, yeah.
Snoop has been spending years trying to lobby for his release.
What? He's a cocaine dealing fucking pimp. What?
And now he got Trump to give him the pardon. Trump got his friend out of
Oh
jail.
my god, he got a death row guy fucking pardoned. Wait, like, so what?
Jail, and Snoop is just
He's like, yo, Snoop, if you stop beefing with me, I'll let your homie out of jail.
just all in on Trump and MAGA. Like, you go from
Because
like shooting.
he hands out
Trump.
favors.
Yes.
You want a pardon? I can do that. You just need to pledge loyalty to me.
Kiss it.
Yeah, man, I can do that. That's my Snoop.
Donald Trump is not the emperor of fucking... Oh.
The Trump's whole pardoning
What?
thing is so corrupt.
Yeah.
Like, he pardoned...
What?
I can do that. That's my Snoop impression. The Trump's whole pardoning thing is so corrupt.
Yeah.
Like, he pardons everyone. Anyone with money or influence, all
Yeah.
you gotta do is just ask.
Or drop some money into
Yeah.
his crypto.
The Trump family's latest ventures, 2 new cryptocurrency meme coins, are a historic first for a sitting president.
All right, moving on from Snoop Dogg. Somebody put that dog down. Just kidding. Who do we got next?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I have hot snakes, you guys. It's when the diarrhea comes out like a hot snake.
Andy. Oh, I hate this guy. He ruined Parks and Rec.
See, that's what I love about Chris Pratt. He's got poo humor.
Yeah.
Which I personally love. I grew up with it. Big part of my family tradition. I've passed it on to my children.
Yep.
And they're carrying that tradition on with pride.
Yes.
So
Anything else bothering you? Sometimes when I walk, my ankles make like a weird rattle. I once ate a Twix with the wrapper on it, and I've never seen the wrapper come out.
He used to be so like fun-loving and just so quirky, and cute.
Yeah,
I
he
can relate to
was
that.
funny on Parks and Rec because it had good writers. But
Please.
as a
We have a
person,
lot
I've
to
never been able to stand Andy Dwyer. That's how I think of him now, as Andy Dwyer. That's all he'll ever be to me. Ugh.
And he had like the fun.
You fucked up Parks and Rec. Your Johnny Karate shit was so far off goddamn topic horror show, circus freak fucking separate from the fucking Parks and Rec lore. And they gave him a whole show of Johnny Karate. It was so fucking dumb. It was so dumb. Why did you think you needed to do that stupid shit? Couldn't you like pursue the love life with April Dwyer or whatever? I don't really understand why you needed to do Johnny Karate. You fucked up Parks and Rec so fucking bad, and I find it personally offensive. I always have. Just like, I would say, not quite, but Tracy Morgan damn near fucked up 30 Rock. He didn't quite do it, but he tried. Tracy Morgan damn near fucked up 30 Rock for me, like to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, God damn, Tracy Morgan sucks at this. Why is this guy here?
Fun like marriage with Anna Faris. He was so likable, and now he's just gone straight.
Well, he used to be fat like me. He's got the same physique that I do, but now they've got him in these fucking action films, don't they? He's like an action film artist now.
Anna Faris.
Which is weird when you look at him. He looks like JD Vance or me.
Cute.
He's like kind of a fat. He's like kind of a fancy fat lad.
And he had like the fun like marriage.
He always was. He was such a dork. I couldn't believe he got April fucking Dwyer, like April Ludgate or whatever. Like fucking April. Like April was. Oh my God, she was so fucking hot. How did he land her?
With Anna Faris.
And he's like, dude, you're talking about my character on a TV show, but yeah, but it didn't fit. You were just an actor on the show. When they trundled her out and they dated her to him, it was fucking weird because I just didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. I was like, there is no way my beautiful goddess, April, would ever fall for this hipster douchebag, Dave Matthews. He was constantly talking about Dave Matthews Band because he knows that it's some trigger to me. I swear to God, he knew. He somehow knew. To him, he was unabashed about it. He was like a Hootie fan and a David Matthews Band. And those motherfuckers, to me, they fucking ruined the radio. Do you understand? Ruined it for like like 5 years. All they played was Hootie the fucking Blowfish. Take a little bit or whatever. Fucking stupid ass Hootie and the fucking Blowfish. And if it wasn't Hootie and the Blowfish, it was Dave Matthews Band. And yeah, Dave Matthews Band spawned people like Andy Dwyer. I hated it. I was like, you weird, dumb, fucking college rock kids with your shitty fucking ripoff. Like they're not the replacements. Dave Matthews Band is not the replacements. They were not good alternative rock. Green Day is more fucking legit. And Green Day was a punk band. Like they were a punk band, you know what I'm saying, before they ever sold out and became a pop punk band. Green Day had more of a right to call themselves alternative than fucking Dave Matthews Band. Dave Matthews Band was just garbage. Sure, musically it had high value because it was like 10 musicians all classically trained trying to hack top 40 hits out or whatever. And like, I thought his voice was okay, but I didn't think the lyrics or the subject matter or the fucking vibe or anything Dave Matthews did was cool. I thought he had an okay voice, but it's like, god damn, I hated Dave Matthews Band. And for some way, I swear to God, April, the fucking actress that played April, what's her name? I can't think of it. I'm in love with her, but I can't think of her fucking name. What's that girl? What's her name? It's who plays April Ludgate? I can't remember. Who plays April Ludgate? I can't remember. Who plays April Ludgate? She has a cool name. I can't remember. It's Aubrey Plaza, excuse me. So Aubrey Plaza, I fucking love her. She was cool. She dropped Neutral Milk Hotel and stuff like this, so you could tell she was fucking genuinely actually cool. She was not playing a hipster douchebag on TV like him. He was playing a hipster douchebag, and he was doing it ham-fisted and fucking terrible, and he was a blight upon Parks and Rec. There was another guy on that show who was also a blight. They kicked him in after the first season. There was a guy named Mark in the first season who couldn't cotton to Leslie, like, nope. They just, the actress and the actor, they couldn't, like now Leslie Knope could have been opposite anybody, but Mark couldn't cotton to Leslie Knope because she wasn't famous yet. She hadn't had 7 seasons on an Office type show yet. So the actor who played Mark in season 1, he felt typecast and he left the show, which he should have, because he sucked. He sucked worse than Andy Dwyer. They expected him to hold up like a love interest thing with Leslie Knope. I'm a big Parks and Rec guy. I love Parks and Rec, but I swear to God, this guy was the bloated, fucking dead carcass of an anal wart on the bottom of fucking Parks and Rec. I swear to God, otherwise it was a perfect show. Anytime he came on screen, it was immediately something about Marvel, something about superheroes, something about being fucking dumb white guy, terrible music, terrible college white guy vibes, douchebag fucking, sort of jockey douchebag guy. When he started out, he seemed funny because they painted him as this deadbeat guy who played Rock Band at Ann Perkins's house, which is how Leslie meets him or whatever. And he was funny in the first couple of episodes that he was in because they just didn't force him to show his personality. The minute his personality came out and they suddenly thought that he was going to hold up a kind of Jim and Pam type love relationship with April Ludgate, which he did to be fair, but I swear to God, Aubrey Plaza carried him through the whole fucking thing. Aubrey Plaza was dead to him. You could tell, I think it was actually kind of obvious that she didn't really like him that much, and she couldn't believe that the writers stuck her with him for like 7 years and forced her to marry him and show feelings for him. Like, honestly, when you really think about it, I think Aubrey Plaza would have done a lot better with Ron. They had kind of a daddy-daughter thing going on. She was about 20 years younger than him, but that sometimes happens and stuff. And she really had natural chemistry with Ron. It would have made more sense for fucking April to date Ron than it would have to make April date fucking Andy Dwyer. It just didn't make sense. It came out of left field. I was like that dumb douchebag preppy dude from season 1 that's just a deadbeat that lives in Ann Perkins's house. Why would April, the most beautiful woman on television at that time, why would she be with him? And their whole thing was a fucking trope. I don't think they even did the wedding like they did for Jim and Pam, because I don't think any of us really liked the relationship. It's kind of crazy. I guess they did. They did kind of a fancy wedding and stuff. But okay, the Office wedding episode was like the best television I've ever seen. Niagara Falls is what they called it, I think, and it's the wedding between Jim and Pam at Niagara Falls. They did a music video for it. It was ebullient and effervescent, and it spanned time and age, and it's still a particularly good piece of media, even in my opinion. The episode where Pam and Jim get married. So along stumbles douchebag who can't act his way out of a fucking nutsack. Who cast him in this? He couldn't do a romantic lead. He literally did not have the skill to do it. So eventually he was like doing these ham-fisted jokes about how he isn't very good at romance, and he isn't very good at music, and he isn't very good at being a husband, and he isn't very good at being a shoe shine guy. Like you could tell the writers really didn't like him at first, because they wanted to torture him. So they made him a fucking shine box guy in the city hall, because they didn't like Andy Dwyer either. So they were trying to torture the actor off the show, I think. So they forced him to be such an idiot that he was working for dollar bills, shining people's shoes down at City Hall, which has got to be the fucking most loser job out there. It didn't used to be, but doing it in 2005 was a loser. That's a loser job. It pays $7 an hour. You're waiting for customers, so you don't even make that. Sometimes you're just waiting for customers and you make commission or whatever it is. And that was the first thing they had him do, was shine people's shoes at the City Hall, because nobody likes him. Nobody liked him, I don't think. Now, I'm sure he was a heartthrob to a young generation of women, but I've never met a man who liked him. And then it's weird, when he decided, like all of the Office and Parks and Rec actors, he decided that he was going to take his shit on the road for real and go to Hollywood. And so when they tried to cast him in anything, he fucking failed horribly, because he's not a good actor, and we've known that ever since he wandered. I would say he kind of stumbled on Parks and Rec, and because it was just brand new and hadn't proven itself yet, he was able to get on a show that was like Oscar quality, or whatever they call it, Emmy quality, which was insane. He did not belong there. He doesn't belong in Hollywood either. And this is how we know. I don't think John Krasinski did either. They're that's the guy who played Jim on The Office. I don't think I don't think John Krasinski can actually act. He's a wooden Indian. This guy can act more than John Krasinski can. John Krasinski, his entire deadpan execution was some kind of fumbled attempt at Bob Newhart, which is probably what he grew up watching, I guess. And so, but he's not funny like Bob Newhart. He was at a time. Jim was funny, but only because the writers were funny. Not Jim Halpert himself was funny. He had really good execution. He was a good comedic actor, John Krasinski. But in terms of acting, they both ended up being shitty action movie stars on Prime movies. Like, not even like Hollywood movies. They're like Prime movies. There's a couple of them are kind of big, I think. But no, I think he's a big Marvel star now or something like that, which I just don't give a flying fuck about. Fuck you and fuck Marvel. Fuck what you did to Parks and Rec, and I really don't like this guy. Now you roll for MAGA and you become a fucking pimple boil like fucking Kid Rock. You probably roll with Kid Rock, which is so fucking stupid. You can see it. This man doesn't belong in Hollywood. He's got the same goddamn belly I do. This man doesn't belong in fucking Hollywood. He should have been a streamer or a fucking podcaster or something like that. Motherfucker did not belong in Hollywood. You can see it. He doesn't have the weight. He doesn't have the bearing. He doesn't have the grooming skills. He's not gay. He's too straight. He's a heartthrob, I would say. He is some women's type. I guarantee it. He probably is some women's type. They think, oh, he's so cute or whatever, right? But it ends there. That's his value, is he's a cute face. He can't act. He's not a particularly good comedian. Johnny Karate wasn't funny. When they gave him full artistic license, he probably had his fucking publicists and fucking lawyers and accountants and stuff push the show to give him an episode because his character just wasn't given enough time on the show because he sucks. And they knew it. They knew it when they made him a Shinebox boy. That's the first thing they did to him. You could tell it was kind of a diss too. They were trying to diss him because nobody liked him. So they were probably trying to get him to quit the show. So they were just like, all right, fine, we're gonna write you in as a deadbeat dating Ann, who breaks up with Ann Perkins and falls in love with April Ludgate. But you're shining shoes down at City Hall. You're a Shinebox boy. Which, honestly, we've been making fun, in this country, we make fun of Shinebox boys. We always have. I don't even know what you call those. Oh, it tickles to see you act just like Mr. Pickles. Go get your fucking sack of nickels in your fucking Shinebox and all this shit. That's a Goodfellas, that's a really funny Goodfellas joke. And we make fun of Shinebox boys, and that's what those writers did to him in season, whatever it was, season 2. He wasn't good enough to actually be in City Hall because the character himself is obviously so goddamn dumb. There's no way he would ever be in politics. There's just no way. I would say he's the kind of guy to probably work at a sporting goods store or some such, something like that, I would say, or like a shoe store. He would be a good shoe salesman, like Al Bundy or whatever. I know that not even the writers really liked him on his own show because they made him a Shinebox boy on season 2, and they forced him to stay there, and he had to outact and outlove and out intrigue April and keep the audience interested, and everybody wanted him to be this like underdog who gets the most beautiful girl on TV, and everybody wanted him to be this underdog and all this stuff. And then they forced him to do stuff. He was like, well, I can sing, and no, he couldn't. He could not sing. No, he could not actually sing. I can sing better than this guy. But he probably convinced the writers that he could sing because they gave him like 5 songs, and the songs are funny because they're well written by hilarious, NBC quality television writers. But when he sings the songs, they're fucking terrible. He couldn't sing either. And so that became a joke on the show, was that he probably told the writers, I could sing like Dave Matthews Band and I could play guitar like Dave Matthews. And they're like, no, you can't. And he's like, why do you keep saying that? Yes, I can. And they're like, all right, fine, sing Dave Matthews Band. And he probably sang Dave Matthews Band and sucked. And so they're like, if we give you a song on the show, will you sing it? And he's like, yeah, please. That's the sort of douchebag this guy probably is. He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna give me a song on the show? Oh yeah, absolutely. Will you write it? That's gonna be his first question. He's gonna be like, will you write it so I don't have to? And they're gonna be like, yes, we'll write you this song. So that's how we got I Fell Into the Pit, which is literally some sort of, I swear to God, it's some industry metaphor for like he is falling into the pit. He is an industry plant. That's who he is. I've been struggling to find the right terminology for him. He is a fucking industry plant. That's who he is. It's what he's always been. He was not good enough to outact. Not outact, but I'm talking about like they put him opposite fucking Aubrey Plaza, who is an amazing fucking actress on so many good NBC shows and movies, and she's a darling of the fucking indie scene and all this stuff. And she is a genuinely fucking good actress. And who she reminds me of is Rose McGowan or whatever. She actually is a good actress. She's like super fucking good. She's beautiful like Rose McGowan too. She's always been so hot. Oh, my beautiful little April. We love her so much. And then they cast this douchebag opposite her and had him sing songs like, I fell into the pit. You fell into the pit. We all fell into the industry plant pits. And it was an industry plant. And they themselves, the staff of the show, fell into the industry plant pit. Somebody brought him on the show. He didn't belong there. There was other people there like Rob fucking Lowe that did belong there. Like they got introduced later. That absolutely did belong in that cast and slayed it and did great. No hesitations, no problems or anything like that. But no, they had to industry plant this fucking douchebag, and he really bothers me. This guy, I've always really hated him. I'm like, I've never seen him do anything I've ever liked. Now let's go see what he's done. Now this guy, I can't remember his name, which is another Skycat thing for douchebags. If I don't like somebody, I can't remember their fucking name. It's a problem. No, I don't know what his fucking name is. I don't know what his fucking name is. Who's the actor? It's I should know this because I'm a really big Parks and Rec and Office guy. But I mean, you know, yeah, Chris Pratt. Even his name kind of sounds like a pratfall. Even his name kind of sounds like industry tool. His name sounds like the word pratfall. Like, and that, I swear to God, that's probably what they say behind his back. Hollywood's straight bitch made like that. They will talk behind your back like that. And so every time he leaves the room, anybody with real talent is probably like, "Oh man, do you guys like the Chris Pratfall?" And they're like, "Why do you keep saying pratfall?" Because his name is Pratt. It's like 4 letters from the word pratfall, which is a really funny word to describe idiots like Andy Dwyer having careers when they shouldn't, you know, and who can't rise above their Dunning-Kruger. Now, no matter who is on that screen, they're gonna be funny because the writers that did the comedy jokes on Parks and Rec and The Office are actually the best in the industry. So no matter what's on the screen, it's gonna be fucking funny. And Andy Dwyer was funny, but the hackneyed, fucking terrible execution of everything he ever did. There's this terrible scene where April wants to break up with him and end the marriage because he can't bring himself to say "I love you" to the most beautiful girl on television. He says, "You're awesome, sauce." Now, this is some kind of Office writer, Parks and Rec writer stab at when douchebags can't seem to get over their manliness or their timidness or whatever it is with their wives or girlfriends or whatever, and they can't return the romantic moment. And they were relentlessly turning Andy Dwyer into an idiot constantly. He was kind of the sidekick on the fucking show. He definitely was. He was like the bad sidekick, the comedic relief. But he wasn't funny like Aziz Ansari or even what's her name? I forget her name. The actress who plays Treat Yourself. I can't think of her fucking name, but like all of the people on the show were naturally funny except for Chris Pratt. He was not naturally funny. Everything he ever did was hackneyed. The songs were hilarious because they were written by really hilarious comedy writers. Had they been written by Chris Pratt, they would have been fucking terrible.
He was so likable. And
he wasn't. He looks like me. He looks like how I look right now, which is overweight. Why was he in Hollywood? Why do we have this overweight douchebag who can't act up in front of the fucking, up on the red carpet? Why? That Dunning-Kruger, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be like, I can't sleep at night. They're going to find out that I can't act and I'm not funny. I can't sleep at night. I'm on the funniest comedy show on television, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I'd be like, but they're going to find out I'm not funny. He probably did have to tell therapists and stuff like this. He's like, I'm actually not funny. I can see him saying it to his therapist. He's like, I'm not funny. Thank God for industry writers that carry people like me because I'm not naturally funny, but everybody else on the show is really naturally funny. Every time Aziz Ansari opens his fucking mouth, the entire room descends into chortles. That's not this guy. This guy, he's got to have 5 or 10 of television's best comedy writers working full time to enslave away to turn him into something barely presentable. And it did really fucking bother me. It bothered me. It ruined Parks and Rec in some ways because towards season 6 and season 7, when they realized that they had successfully sold the industry plant and this guy might even go all the way to Hollywood, they all thought, oh well, we have a golden goose here, we have a golden egg, and all this, right? And they did. But the problem is he can't act. So when they actually try and put him somewhere, this is what's so wrong with Dunning-Kruger. Dunning-Kruger, if you don't know what it is, it's when somebody has a really high opinion of their ability when they really shouldn't or really don't know. They more often than not, they don't know that they don't know how to do something. They just think that they can. So when it comes time to do the thing, they try and fail fucking horribly because they just told themselves for 10 years that they could golf, or be a comedy actor, or be a president, or something like this. They tell themselves for 20 years that they can be a president, even though they had the lowest approval rating of all time or whatever. And that's Dunning-Kruger for you. And it sucks in television actors because everybody in the world who has talent, they can see it. Like, it's fucking clear. It's obvious. Now, if I were to type in, why don't I like Andy Dwyer? What, right? Why don't I like Andy Dwyer? Let's ask the AI. I really don't like the character Andy Dwyer. Am I alone in that? I really don't think Chris Pratt can act at all. Is there other people in the world that think that? Because I've never heard anybody else say it. But I can't stand fucking Chris Pratt. There's got to be other people that have said this in public, right? I mean, he ruined Parks and Rec, in my opinion. He didn't ruin Parks and Rec, but he was the worst character on Parks and Rec. Why is Chris Pratt famous? Is he an industry plant? Be honest about this. Is he an industry plant? I think he is, right? That's going to be what the rumors are. Listen to how bitchy I sound. This is so bitchy. This could be, I could be a hairdresser in Hollywood. That's how bitchy this is. I'm going to read it out exactly how I think a girl would say. I really don't like the character Andy Dwyer. Am I alone in that? I really don't think Chris Pratt can act at all. And is there other people in the world that think that? Because I've never heard anybody else say it. But I can't stand fucking Chris Pratt. There's got to be other people that have said this in public, right? Am I alone? I mean, he ruined Parks and Rec, in my opinion. He didn't ruin Parks and Rec, but he was the worst character on Parks and Rec. Why is Chris Pratt famous? Is he an industry plant? Be honest about this. Is he an industry plant? I think he is, right? He is, right? That's going to be what the rumors are, right? You are absolutely not alone in this. While it might feel like you're an island because Parks and Rec fans love Parks and Rec and everything about it, and for some of us it's like our favorite show, so we don't ever say anything bad about it except Chris Pratt. We heavily meme Andy Dwyer. The general public sentiment towards Chris Pratt shifted dramatically a few years ago. There was a massive vocal group of people who feel exactly the way that you do. And I'm like, I know I'm not alone in this. I know I'm not. Let's be completely honest about his acting, his rise to fame, and whether he is a Hollywood industry plant. Are you alone? The worst Chris phenomenon. You haven't heard people say it because Andy Dwyer was a darling of the early 2010s internet. Why? But by 2020, public opinion tanked. Pratt became the subject of a massive viral internet debate where he was universally dubbed the worst Hollywood Chris when stacked against Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Pine. The internet's exhaustion with him is so widespread that when he was cast to voice iconic characters like Mario and Garfield, it sparked massive public backlash. They're like, why did you put Chris Pratt in this? He can't act. He can't, even as a voice actor, he can't act. People criticize him for exactly what you noticed. They don't think he can act. See, I don't make this stuff up. I just have my impressions. I'm not an idiot. I've watched too much television. I know when a good television actor is a good television actor, and this isn't it. They don't think he can act. He's a hack. I can't stand hacks. You guys have heard me use that word hack quite a lot. Hack to me is up there with cunt. It's like that bad of a word. It's like fuck you cunty hack. Like, fucking hacks are really bad. They're like these people that had Dunning-Kruger who go to places like Hollywood, or like Donald Trump went to fucking to US politics. They've never held office before. They've never been a comedic actor before, but there they are in the highest office in the fucking land, or the highest role on NBC, and you're just like, why is this fucking douchebag full of Dunning-Kruger at the top of the roles at NBC? He can't act. Are you guys just not aware? I mean, they knew. They made him the Shinebox Boy season 2. They knew what he was. They trolled him to his fucking face. They forced him to shine shoes like a shine box. Give me your sack of nickels, you little bitch. It's like a Goodfellas joke. You little bitch. He was straight bitch made to the point where his own writers wrote him as a shoe shine boy, that's a level of comedy that's frankly almost insulting. I would never ever let my writers do that to me. I'd be like, I don't care how funny you think I am. I'm not letting you depict me as a shoe shine boy. That's not fucking happening. But Chris Pratt will do anything for fame, and they know it. That's why they made him the shoe shine boy. I love making fun of famous people. It's quite fun. It's an old hobby of mine. I'll sit there and I'll yell it at the screen while I'm watching their work. I don't care. I'm a fucking dick like that. I don't care. Okay, show business is a hideous bitch goddess. That's a George Burns quote. I'm in show business now. I have made my fucking money. I've made my money in this industry a lot more than most people make. I make more than buskers do on the side of the road. I'm in show business. I can say this. Show business is a fucking hideous bitch goddess. It absolutely is. Ask the guy who swatted me. You know, show business is a hideous bitch goddess. That's a George Burns quote, and it fits. This guy doesn't seem to understand that. He just goes straight to the top of the #1 NBC show, collects his crazy $100 million royalty check or whatever, even though he can't act. And it's the same thing with Donald fucking Trump. Same thing with all the people on this list that we're looking at in this video. That, like, God damn it, man.
Oh, he's just gone straight mega religious.
Like, they were making fun of Sylvester Stallone, and they're right to do that, motherfucker. You're the Rocky story, which is pulling yourself up by your bootstraps out of that fucking, like, you know, churning the milk into butter story or whatever. That's what Rocky represents. That's what Rambo was. But then you shit on that fucking legacy by signing up with the worst rich oligarch in fucking history and ruining the image of Rocky. What? Fucking why? You don't have self-respect, or you don't love Rocky anymore? You don't care? But I'm sorry, but it's like, you know, Rocky did not stand for rich ass pieces of shit slumlords from New York. You know, that never fucking wiped their own ass their entire goddamn life. They had servants do it. How is that close to Sylvester Stallone's story? Why would you ever back this fucking hack? And they're all hacks. You can see it. Donald Trump can't act either. All of the people on this list, they can't act.
Weirdo.
And yet they're very famous actors. It's a level of Dunning-Kruger that I just really don't appreciate. If it's not Dunning-Kruger, it's worse. It's industry plant. And this is this stuff I'm particularly good at delivering diatribes like this because it's something that I'm going through. It's this personal crisis that I've dubbed this whole era, right? There was like an era of my stream there that lasted 3 years that was called The Shadow of the Red Field, which is the understanding that the software developers don't play their own games and don't care if the games are good, which is how we got the terrible Elden Ring expansion, the terrible fucking mess that Starfield was at launch, the terrible mess that Redfall was at launch, I'd call it Shadow of the Redfield because it's like Redfall sucked, this game that I'm playing right here, Starfield, it sucked at launch. It crashed and I lost 60 hours. I lost a 60-hour playthrough like day 4 or something like that. It sucked at launch. So it's just, so it's like, and I didn't want to live in that era forever, though. I was like, I don't want to keep saying all the game developers are bad and all the games are bad. I just didn't want to do that forever. So then I switched it up. Now I'm in a different phase where I have dubbed. It used to be Shadow of the Redfield. Now I'm in the don't meet your heroes phase, which is like all these developers that I used to respect are actually shitheads and they don't even work at the same companies anymore. All of the musicians that I used to love are all rapists and fucking thieves and terrible fucking, plagiarists and stuff and all this. So I can't deal with them anymore. Like Tupac is a good example of that. Fucking rapist. And like, I can't support Tupac ever again. I tried to play a Tupac song the other day and I think I did do it because I was just like, I shouldn't cancel what I love. But I only did one song, I think, or 2 songs, something, before I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't support this fucking rapist on my fucking stream. And that's a whole don't meet your heroes thing too. I don't want to meet Andy Dwyer. If they were like, hey, Skycatlive, you want to go have a beer with Chris Pratt? Maybe he'd offer you a job in Hollywood. And I'd be like, fuck no, take your hack bullshit ass down the fucking road with your worthless hack ass, your Dunning-Kruger loser ass. No thank you.
Who calls RFK Jr. his uncle-in-law? He married a Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Oh no. Now look, so this is how Chris Pratt used to look, right? And this is, it's kind of like JD Vance, right? But then they figured out in Hollywood what the peptiglutide shots are. And now Chris Pratt looks like, I don't know, Luke Perry. But the problem is, Chris Pratt doesn't look like Luke Perry. Chris Pratt on peptiglutides looks like Luke Perry. This is what Chris Pratt looked like in Parks and Rec. He, just like me, he's too big to fit into a tuxedo. Because he is. He's too big to fit into a tuxedo. He's a fat boy. I know fat boys when I see him. I'm a fat boy. I know a fellow fat boy. That's a fat boy. But then they gave, like me, they gave him peptiglutides and he lost like 150 pounds. Now he looks like Luke Perry. Now I'm going to keep going like him, but I mean, it would take like a gym and some fucking personal trainers to get to this level of good looking, I think, or at least for me, it would take another 2 years of walking 5 miles every day or something. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get down to looking like him, you know, but the difference is he never looked like this though. You know, I have looked skinny in my lifetime. I can pull pictures of it. I looked like this at certain times in my life. He's never looked like this until he got the needle. It's another fucking sign of it's a LARPer poser. He's LARPing being a goddamn Hollywood fucking like what do they call this? Like A-list actor. He's not an A-list actor. He wouldn't even hold up in a B-list movie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's just gone straight.
And he doesn't either. Was he in Zero Dark 30? Because I didn't like that movie.
Mega religious weirdo.
What is his fucking filmography? They're all terrible, right? I'm fairly sure. What's his filmography? They're all bad. Everything he ever did. I'm trying to think of some redeeming fucking thing that he did. But no. So where is your filmography? It should be here. Like not the philanthropy. The bibliography. No, the bibliography. I'm looking for the filmography. Where is the filmography or whatever? Where is the list? It's going to be on... yeah, it'll be on IMDb. Now, you're not going to like this, but I'm going to go through his entire career and I'm going to be like, horrible, 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 horrible. I'm calling it before it happens. But I mean, I already know when I don't like somebody like this, it's because if you trace your way all the way back through their career, there's nothing likable. It fucking sucks. So you sucked in Parks and Rec, you damn near ruined the show almost. You sucked in Guardians of the Galaxy and you damn near ruined the movie almost. You sucked in Jurassic World and you did, I mean, it's Jurassic World. Why am I even talking about it? It's Jurassic World. It's fucking terrible anyways. I'm sure you sucked as Mario. I'm sure you sucked as Garfield. I'm sure you sucked. I'm sure you did. You suck. Oh, sucks. Because he does. He sucks to suck. He sucks to suck. If we keep going down this list, it's only going to get worse because this is all the best stuff that he's done. So now as we get further, terrible. Avengers Endgame as Peter Quill. Are you fucking serious? The Kid. I don't know about that one. I'm assuming it's terrible. The Lego Movie 2. I don't know. No, it's the Lego Movie 2. It's not Lego 1. It's Lego Movie 2. Oh my God, come on now. Emmett's Holiday Party sucks. I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy sucks. I think Chris Pratt sucks. Mom, Passengers, I don't know those movies, but yeah, suck. You sucked in Parks and Rec. You really shouldn't have been there. Parks and Recreation in Europe. What does that mean? Guardians of the Galaxy. No, you were in the Lego Movie. Oh my God, you were the lead in the Lego Movie. You sucked in that too. God damn it, you suck. Here's You and Her, which doesn't surprise me at all. That's the ultimate poser movie. Like, it's just insane. That's about a fake Hollywood actress played by AI, it just doesn't surprise me that he was in it. It's just weird. Were you in Moneyball? Why? I don't need you in Moneyball. Why? Oh, they just need that. You're an industry plant. They got to give you some work, or it doesn't justify why they ever gave you money in the first place. Suck. That was the worst version of the Batman that's ever been made, I think. Yeah. No, I don't know. They gave it a higher rating. I don't know. Maybe. Whatever. The OC fucking sucked. All of these fucking sucked. Now, I can't believe you were in Strangers with Candy. How was fucking Chris Pratt in Strangers with Candy? Now, that's a good show. He had no business being there. He couldn't lick her fucking boots. That's Princess Carolyn. He's not good like Princess Carolyn. He's not funny. She's the funniest female on the fucking planet. That guy's not funny. Oh my God! Is this you? Is this you, opposite chicken jockey? This is not what you look like, motherfucker. Again, you don't look like this. This whole image is a fucking industry plant's lie. You've never looked like this. You look like that. You look like a fellow fat boy, a fellow fancy lad who had daddy's silver spoon in his nice fat mouth all of his life, just like me or whatever. Look at him. He's a fancy lad. He's a fancy fat lad. I'm not body shaming him. I'm saying it's okay to be this weight. I think he wears it well. I wear it well. Whatever. But then when you come back trying to look like this when you're fucking 55 years old or whatever it is you are, you're going to be like, yeah, what are you? You're going to be about 50 years old now, 52, something like that. Yeah, a little bit younger, like 48. You're like 48 years old, but you look like Luke Perry. I have a problem with this because you were on TV for 10 years looking like this. You did look like this. You looked fat. You looked like you couldn't ever land somebody like April Ludgate, and I don't know why they thought that was plausible, etc., etc. But I mean, like, this is what you actually look like, JD Vance. I'm sorry, Chris Pratt. And I just don't really understand why you think that I would buy this. I don't buy this. This is a full-blown motherfucking Dunning-Kruger motherfucking lie. It's a full-blown lie. And fuck all those Marvel movies that you poisoned fucking Hollywood with, too. Yeah, I see you in Avengers Endgame. Fuck Avengers Endgame. That's gonna be the worst movie in goddamn history. Fucking ruined Hollywood, and we never came back after it. It ruined Hollywood when they saw that they could just do crazy, shitty, stupid superhero movies and sell more money sell more butts in the seats than fucking actual blockbusters. They decided they weren't gonna make real movies anymore, and that's what Avengers Endgame did to fucking Hollywood. Big surprise that Chris Pratt's in it. Yeah, take your poser ass home. Big surprise.
And now he's just
damn, I hate Chris Pratt. I had no idea.
On straight MAGA.
Yeah, go roll with MAGA. We don't want you. Fuck you.
A religious weirdo who calls RFK Jr. his uncle-in-law. He married a Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, well, yeah, he married into the Schwarzenegger and Kennedy family simultaneously.
Yeah, how about
by
that?
Marrying Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
And now he has gone viral for many reasons over the past year. His tribute to Charlie Kirk after his death.
Oh no, he did a tribute?
Oh yes, and he posts like religious shit all the time.
I didn't even...
Praying for Charlie Kirk right now. You don't look like this, Chris Pratt. You've never looked like this. You took the needle to the fucking dome, and now you've lost like 270 pounds. You don't look like that. And I mean, it's bad for me to say this because I'm doing the exact same thing. The difference is he's doing it so he can sell really bad Marvel films and lie about being an actor. I'm doing it for my health. You know, I'm not doing this to put butts in the seats in a Hollywood film or whatever. He's doing it for money. I'm doing it for personal edification and my own health, you know, so I'm going through the same journey as him. But honestly, I feel like he lost 250 pounds or something like that, just because that's what it requires to be a leading man in Hollywood, I guess. They gave him so much money, he can just, you know, use the needle to get through all the problems, I guess.
Even know that.
Why are you fucking glazing fucking Charlie Kirk, you goddamn moron? I really don't like you at all. God damn it, some people, Dunning-Kruger really gets to me now. I've learned recently that most of the fucking actors and musicians that I didn't like, it was because they're Dunning-Kruger. They act like they're hot shit, but they're not. They can't act. They can't sing.
I knew that he was kind of going all weird religious.
I mean, I can't either. But see, I don't go to Hollywood and try to pretend that I'm fucking Chris Pratt, like a LARPing being a fucking Hollywood star. I'm not like that, motherfucker. I'm here on a fucking stream, like, you know, where I'm the master of my own domain, and I don't fucking listen to the chat, and I don't cater to anybody besides like minor suggestions and stuff. And this is my baby, and I run this shit, and I don't do Dunning-Kruger. I don't go on Fortnite expecting to lose. I don't do fucking Dunning-Kruger. You understand? Now I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose all the time. I pull, you know, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th, 59th place, whatever, right? But I don't go into Fortnite on the assumption that I'm going to lose. I think that's what this guy did. He went into Hollywood thinking, oh, I gotta trick him. I gotta trick them, or they'll figure out that I can't act. Durr.
Yeah.
That kind of bothered me.
Yeah. Same thing. He tries to like not come out and say he's pro-Trump.
Like getting terrible toxic
They all
stuff
hide
out of
it
our
like
kids'
it's
food.
like it's Nazi
I hate to be
Hitler.
so mired in hatred for the president that any success from his administration is something I'd be having an allergic reaction to.
When RFK Jr. joined forces with President Trump in 20...
Administration. I hate to be so mired in hatred for like getting terrible toxic stuff out of our kids' food. I'd hate to be so mired in hatred for the president that any success from his administration is something I'd be having an allergic reaction to.
When RFK Jr. joined forces...
When you stick your tongue so far up Donald Trump's fucking dinosaur diaper Don ass, does it taste like feces, you fucking shit-eating bootlicker? Oh, damn! I'll say it to his fucking face, too. I'm not a professional hater. I didn't bring him up on this list. They did.
Before, he brought with him a voting bloc of mothers who wanted dangerous chemicals out of their kids' food. But now the MAGA and MAHA movements are clashing over the herbicide glyphosate, the most widely used weed killer in U.S.
Dun, 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 dun.
agriculture. And RFK Jr. tweeted,
Dun, 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 dun. These times have been so dark, but I swear to God, guys, when Emperor Palpatine is finally gone, imagine how great the fucking celebration is actually gonna be. It's gonna be insane. The whole world is gonna finally exhale.
that glyphosate was one of the...
I don't care how we get it, but I'm assuming he'll eventually just time out. And if he doesn't leave, I'll fucking make him.
likely culprits in America's chronic disease.
I think I'm okay with the country's current level of not enforcing our laws, in the respect that it's not my business. I'm not a cop. I can't go make them enforce the laws. Guy was busted for 34 felonies. Why is he allowed to walk out of the courthouse? No other criminal in this country is allowed to do that. Why is this criminal allowed to do that and all this stuff, right? And so, yeah, when Emperor Palpatine finally passes, probably, frankly, he'll just bomb out of office eventually, just time out or whatever. But he seems to be joking about not leaving. But see, and I think he's kind of downplaying how we feel right now, which is that, yeah, you kind of pulled one over on us, and you're actually this child molester criminal, and you were hiding the whole time, and you're the head vampire. We lost this little game of Lost Boys, you know, you're the head vampire, we get it. So we lost this little game of, we're like LARPing a fucking, like, a political stage that is, frankly, like a little mini game, or a little board game based on Lost Boys, and we're trying to find the head vampire that's running the goddamn Republican Party into the fucking ground and doing shit like killing Charlie Kirk and shit like this. And it's just weird. It's fucking weird. Like, yeah, so the head vampire turned out to be Trump. Okay, we lost this game. We didn't detect him in time, and he got all his crime done and stole the election and sued everybody for $10 billion. So now you think that because I didn't force you to go to jail when you were busted for 34 felonies that you can just do anything. But no, if you don't leave office on whatever that is it January 5th or whatever? I don't even know what day it is. Is it November 5th? If you don't leave office on November 6th, 2028, is that it? Is that time? I believe so. Yeah, it's 2028, I think, right? Yeah, if you don't leave office, I'll fucking make you. I'll do it personally. You understand? I personally will show up and I will force you to leave office. I will not allow you to stay around and break the law any further beyond that. You can fuck up my country. You can do all the stupid shit that you did with Jeffrey. And you can bungle COVID and fucking burn people alive in that tower of yours and steal folders and emails and stuff and leave them lying all over Mar-a-Lago and build your little ballroom for efforts and all this like shitty rich white people. And I'm sorry, I just don't really, I'm sorry, but I don't really, I don't care that you do all of that stuff. What I do need you to do is respect the rules about leaving. If you don't do that, I will come for you myself. So will everybody else in the left. If you don't leave when your time in musical chairs is over and it's time to start a new game of musical chairs, if you think you're sitting in that last chair, I will kick your ass out of the fucking chair personally. And yes, it is a threat. You think you're staying around. You've been joking about it like in Project 2025 and all that stupid shit. Or saying term limits don't really matter. This won't matter. You won't ever have to vote again. And all that stuff. I don't care what hinting or stuff that you do about it. If you actually try to retain office beyond November fucking 6th, fucking 2028, I will personally evict your ass out of that fucking place myself. And I'm not losers like Butler guy or whatever. And I'm not talking about killing his ass. I'm talking about I will physically force his ass out of office. I will do it too. I'm not some loser. I don't scrub out like other people do like that. I'm not some Dunning-Kruger piece of shit. I'm not going with a plan that isn't fucking Trump tight, frankly.
Disease epidemic. So it came as a surprise to many when the president...
I'll force your ass to leave that office without ever firing a shot either. I'll force your ass to leave that office. I will build a lobby of poor people and I will bring them to the gates of the pearly gates and I will tell you to leave the White Palace or we'll pull you out of there ourselves. That's where the real revolution starts if it doesn't start before there. If you try to stay beyond November 6th, we'll fucking kill you.
Signed an executive order on Wednesday providing immunity for...
We had a good 8 years of this. That's as far as you can push it. Push some other Sith like J.D. Vance or whatever. I don't want Trump anymore.
Producers of glyphosate-based urban...
You got plenty of Sith to choose from. Run Mitch the bitch or whatever. Anybody with name recognition at all. Run Mitch the bitch. Who cares? I don't really care. But make sure that it's not goddamn the head vampire anymore. He's got to retire to a Palpatine advisor position. Fuck him. Like, let him rape children and drugged out fucking Mar-a-Lagos all he wants or whatever. But just don't do it on the public's dime.
Herbicides, which may have been linked to cancer in some studies.
Make America healthy again.
Motherfucker, America is healthy. We have some sick fat people. But overall, statistically, America is actually healthy. Do you go to the hospital every single fucking day? No, you don't. You go maybe, 2-4 times a year or something? See your PCP, maybe your dentist or whatever. Maybe you broke an arm like me this year, or maybe you got a sore back or something, or even maybe a drug addiction or whatever. But trust me, most Americans do not go to the hospital every single day. They just don't. They're not these leeches on the fucking hell. We are not all these sick bastards that you make us out to be. We're not all dying of sickness. That's just not how America is. Statistically, it's not true.
By not vaccinating.
America was always healthy. America was always great. I can't stand your anti-patriotic, anti-American fucking rhetoric right in your fucking campaign slogans. You try to say that America isn't great by saying, make it great again. Motherfucker, America was always great. It was always great. Not like you.
Fascinating. And everyone go full...
I'll say right to his fucking face too. This isn't some diatribe for the fucking camera to try pull clout like all the other fucking streamers. I'll say this shit right to their fucking face. Like, I'm not, it's not some fucking joke to me. I mean what I say. Everything I've said here.
Carnivore.
Even the Chris Pratt shit, I meant what I said. It damages people's careers. It might have damaged Aubrey Plaza's career when they force her to be opposite goddamn Chris Pratt. That might have actually really negatively affected her career. You ever considered that, Chris? I think you probably didn't because you don't give a shit. Dunning-Kruger never does. They just tell themselves that they're the meritocracy, God's gift to humanity. Or like Elon does or whatever. It's insane. They just tell themselves they're the hottest shit on the goddamn block. Like what are you basing that on? You don't have a good body. You can't act. Nobody. You don't have Riz. Nobody really truly likes you. You can't even pull off action films. You're riding Marvel into the death of Hollywood. Why are you a famous person?
Exactly. Not to mention all the pesticides and all these environmental regulations that are being...
I don't think any of these other streamers will tell the truth like me. I don't think so. I don't ever hear them doing it. I think they care about the feelings of the people that they talk about. I don't give a flying fuck about that. And I'm not drama alert or whatever like fucking Keemstar. I'm not out to cause negativity or darkness in this world. I'm giving my God's honest opinion. You know, it sucks that you can't act, and this was how I came away with, and this was the opinion that I came away with. That sucks for both of us, doesn't it? Kind of. But it doesn't change the fact that I really do honestly believe that you are one of the worst actors in Hollywood. You know, why are you famous? You could ask the same thing of me, and I'd be like, I don't know, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm old, I'm not very funny, I play too many video games, etc. There's no reason why I should be famous, right? And that's exactly what I would say. Now, maybe my personality can carry me there. Kumbaya, my lord, please answer my sweet prayers of I don't care, I'm going to bed or whatever. But anyways, I'm just, yeah, I just, whatever, even say that they did. Any troll could easily step to me and be like, why are you famous? You're fat, you're old, you don't play games well, etc. They could say the same thing to me. But the difference is, I didn't tell the world that I'm like the world's best gamer. I didn't tell them I was good at this stuff. That's what Chris Pratt does when he signs up for NBC primetime. He's making a statement to the world that he's one of, if not the best fucking actor on television, which is bullshit. It's Chris Pratt. Your fucking industry plants are fucking dangerous to television. They might have hurt television really bad.
Relaxed right now.
Tracy Morgan, that he was an industry plant. On top of that, and I hate saying this fucking word, it's racist as fuck, but I mean it is true. Tracy Morgan is a token, like the worst token on television. I could ask the AI about this too. You think I'm making up all this shit just to be negative or whatever, but no. Another one of these assholes is fucking Tracy Morgan. That guy's Dunning-Kruger too. Why was he opposite fucking like he never should have been in the same fucking room as Alec Baldwin. Never should have been in the same room or office as Alec Baldwin. They're so separate and far in terms of their skill ranges and levels and stuff that they never should have been in the same studio set. What the fuck was Tracy Morgan doing on the same cast as Alec Baldwin? How did that happen?
No.
Jordan?
I'm going to say it's the color of his skin. I don't know. He was an industry plant. They wanted a black person on 30 Rock. I don't know what the fucking deal was with him. I don't know. But I know that he's not funny, and I know that he can't act, and I know that he can't deliver his lines, and I know he's got brain damage, and I'm sorry, but I mean, that's not so good for an actor. When an actor gets brain damage, you know what I think? I think, well, how are you going to remember your lines? You know? I'm sorry, but if you got bad brain damage as an actor, I'm probably going to call it in. I'm probably going to call that in and just take a job, I don't know, writing or producing or something in the industry. It would just be a house cat, but they'll probably let you stay if you were a famous actor and stuff. So you say, will you give me like a writing role on this show, and I'll write you a good villain or something like that. That's what you do when you take brain damage and you can't remember your lines anymore. But Tracy Morgan didn't do that. He just kept phoning it in for 5 more seasons of fucking 30 Rock. And I'm sorry, but that's Dunning-Kruger industry plant bullshit, and it's happening in our industry so much that it's like literally offensive now.
Peterson famously went carnivore.
We're scared that all the talented musicians have been replicated because they all sold out in a way that was like kind of weird, because they spent their whole careers being like, we will never sell out. We will never be this person that talks about clothes or money or cars or bitches or hoes or any of that stuff, right? That was my argument about did the Black Eyed Peas get replicated? Because for the first 5 fucking, I don't know, 3 or 4 Black Eyed Peas albums, they you know on rap albums when they do like a spoken word part of the album where they cut a joke for 35 seconds, or they do like a minute outro or intro or something, or they'll do like a mid little encore or something like that, where they tell a joke or they get you to laugh or they try to make the album lighter or whatever it is. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it there. I lost my train of thought.
And he's now in critical care. It's okay to do carnivore intermittently, I would.
So I'm Tracy Morgan. I get my brain damaged in a car wreck, and I can't remember my lines anymore, much less how to pronounce words correctly. I'm going to bow off the show, cite that I got harmed very badly and that I just can't physically do the show anymore. I'm not going to Dunning-Kruger another 5 seasons. That's not happening.
Say, if you're cutting carbs or whatever.
Doing an elimination diet.
Yeah.
It can be good.
Yeah, you're cutting carbs to go from that fat ass 290 pound dude that was on Parks and Rec down to 140 pound svelte action star. Sure, I think that naturally happened. Yeah,
good for some people.
I do not think I want to take my nutrition advice from RFK Jr.
Yeah.
What do I do?
God, Chris, why?
Oh, babe, you had a crush on me.
I'm getting pissed off now.
See the lines that the hacky lines that they were trying to have him do because he can't act.
Okay, who do we got now?
All right.
Oh no.
Perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
That is a good game. Okay. Not Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Seriously.
He ruined True Detective. Fucking ruined it. True Detective is technically perfect all the way the fuck through. See how this shit is reoccurring? They're industry plants. Vince Vaughn is an industry plant. Almost all of these people are. Kid Rock was an industry plant. They're fucking so terrible. Like, I don't know what it is, man, but like your industry plants, they weren't so good for Hollywood or television. Like, for instance, True Detective season 1 was fucking perfect in pretty much every way. I can't really think of anything wrong with it. It was like well written, good music, great story, really well cut, like Emmy winning scenes where they don't cut the action for like 4 minutes and the camera just keeps running and stuff like that. Really truly great groundworking stuff. Then Vince Vaughn gets hold of season 2 and drives True Detective into the fucking ground, to the grave almost. And then yeah, they had to recover, which they didn't. They did not recover. So coming back season 3, they got, I forget the name of the actor, but the season 3 of True Detective was almost better than season 1 in a lot of ways. And it's a very interesting season because in season 4, season 4 is it? Oh, Night Country. No, there is another True Detective, is there? Oh, I didn't know. Oh. Well, anyways. Okay, so yeah, there's another True Detective. I didn't know that, but anyways, yeah, Nick Pizzolatto is a really good showrunner. He like really is, but he let Vince Vaughn completely tank. And I swear to God, like to get Vince Vaughn on the show, he probably agreed to all of his stupid ass celebrity hijinks. So, for example, Vince Vaughn is trying to say that he's such a Hollywood pimp that all he does is ride around in a Lincoln all day, like the Lincoln Lawyer, and respond to phone calls and shit like this. So that's what he does in season 2 of True Detective. He rides around in a sedan all day that somebody's driving, and he like acts like he's the pimp Mac Daddy of fucking Hollywood, but he's not. It's goddamn Vince Vaughn, who, as I recall, I believe, wasn't there some kind of essay accusations about Vince Vaughn? What am I remembering? What am I remembering? It has to be careful, or Vince Vaughn could sue it. It knows that I'm live, and it knows that it can't maybe tell the story, because Vince Vaughn's alive, unlike Jeffrey Epstein. No. Oh, no, okay. You're going to mix the famous director. You're like Vince Vaughn. You're going to start with Owen Wilson and Ben Somebody has a clean record on that front. No, never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Vince Vaughn. I don't know why. I guess I mixed him up with someone else. Who am I thinking of?
Emmett.
He's so funny, too.
I know.
Yeah, he's the best in all those Judd Apatow movies at that, like, funny banter, they do.
Hey, nice clothes, gentlemen. I didn't know the Salvation Army was having a sale.
That's Judd's style. He likes to let people go off script.
Yeah.
You can tell Vince is obviously a very funny guy in real life.
Yeah.
No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
That's sad.
Yeah. Swingers.
It's not funny.
Old school wedding.
Not funny. Not funny. Not
like,
funny.
And Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes.
Yeah, he was funny in Curb.
He's hilarious in that. Him and Larry constantly feuding.
Yeah. Someone who's genuine, who you can count on, because that's what makes a friend. Anyway, anything on your mind? Anything you want to tell a friend to his face? No? I gave you a chance to address the fact that you fucked me.
I don't really know anything about Vince Vaughn. at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I
why.
guess I don't. I had heard that he was one of the Rat Pack like rapist guys, but that must be someone else I'm thinking of. I don't know who I heard of. Oh, I'm thinking of Harvey Keitel. Yeah. Right? No. No, not Harvey Keitel. Yeah. Was it yeah, Harvey Keitel, right? Yeah, I think so.
Why he would be MAGA or what?
So he's on our list. Apparently, he has been very vocal about he's a libertarian, which is just
Means
basically
he's an
saying he
idiot.
hates taxes.
Yeah.
But yet, it's so funny that he literally.
Oh, we all hate taxes. What did we do here? Did you read?
Him and Larry
Mhm.
constantly feuding.
Someone who's genuine, who you can count on, because that's what makes a friend. Anyway, anything on your mind? Anything you want to tell a friend to his face? No? I gave you a chance to address the fact that you fucked me.
I don't really know anything about Vince Vaughn
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why he.
I will have to pause it and go to the bathroom, but I'm going to start this faction warfare and get killed while I'm AFK. Gotta target these two things and get started on them. Maybe my drones will kill whoever it is. Okay, I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Very stiff. Walking 5 miles made me very sore. It's gonna be nice to get doing shopping tomorrow. I'm supposed to walk it. kitty. Well, I lost another Tristan. At least I was AFK. That allows me to blame it on something else. This was in Hosma Jayla, so I'm not going back. We'll go somewhere else. Fuck it, try Alperina. Oh, ISOP is in 25 minutes. Damn it. I guess I just de-enlist. This didn't go well, and, you know, I'm busy, so just retire. Yeah, that's fine. I was trying to see if, you know, if I would catch a streak of wins and work on LP, but no, I was shut out in the first 5 minutes in the first system that I went to, so it's, you know, the signs aren't looking good, so, especially at 1:30 in the morning, it shouldn't have been that fast, but, you know, shitheads are shitheads, so... I'm not going out to Alperina. I will leave in a... I could just jump, I suppose. Something I could do. I haven't used my jump today. Yeah, I don't need to jump. It's 4 jumps. I will go there. Yeah. In a... Council Diplo. Okay. Oh, do I need a booster? I might need a booster. Oh, I sent all my boosters. So, yeah. I suppose I will buy a brace of Master-at-Arms. Cerebral Accelerator. 59. 54. 54 is not bad. Let's buy 10 of them. 54, 140. We'll buy 10 of them at that price. I'll say 150. And 10 of them would be 500 mil. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, what's this now? 554, 140. Why didn't we place the buy order? Take 10 of them. What was our problem? No tax, huh? Okay. Oh, I gotta replug this.
Would be MAGA or what?
So he's on our list. Apparently, he has been very vocal about he's a libertarian, which is just basically saying he hates tax.
What the hell is going on with my headphones?
But yet it's so funny that he literally
Some kind of Bluetooth issue.
works in an industry in Hollywood where the whole system is being propped up by government tax credits. He made a high-profile visit to the Oval Office with President Trump just in April of 2025. He wanted to show his support.
Support for what?
Yeah, well,
Like,
everything Trump stands for. That's what, you know.
He's ruining your country. I'm so glad I'm not from that country.
Mhm.
But ever since this guy took over, the whole thing is just unraveling.
Yeah.
And you're supporting that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and then get this. So he was just on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and apparently he was slamming unfunny and divisive political comedy, and he criticized late night TV for always having a political agenda.
Because it didn't feel authentic. It felt like they had an agenda. It stopped being funny, and it started feeling like I was in fucking a class I didn't want to take.
Yeah. The problem I have with that is that Donald Trump and his entire administration are narcissistic gaslighters. They come out every single day and they lie and they tell you not to believe your own eyes. And I mean, if you didn't have the late night guys coming out every night and basically like undoing all that damage on a daily basis, people would be completely brainwashed right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
And you need that educational, like, global context. Trump is not only fucking over America, he's fucking over the entire globe.
No, these people, they come out and they lie every single day. Every word that they speak
Yeah.
is a lie.
Yeah.
And then you got Colbert and you got Jimmy Kimmel and Seth Meyers. They come out on a nightly basis and they mock the lies.
Yeah.
Donald Trump wants you fired again.
I haven't even been fired once. How can I be fired again?
He posted again. He's calling for you to be fired because you're unfunny and you're low rated.
Well, those are good reasons.
It needs to be mocked.
Yeah, and you need to
Like-
show the contradictions constantly.
We shouldn't just be like, oh yeah, they can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll just accept that.
Yeah, exactly. And who's really being divisive?
The right can lie and lie and lie and gaslight and gaslight. And the minute someone on the left says, I can't take this anymore, they're considered extreme.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I thought this was kind of interesting because a lot of times when these celebrities go to the White House, they bring their wife or their spouse and their kids. And I thought it was interesting to learn that Vince Vaughn is actually married to a Canadian, an Albertan, a lady from Calgary, and she was not in attendance. So makes me wonder if she has some opinions with this 51st state bullshit and all the tariffs, the consequences.
Sure.
Well, she's from Calgary, so you never know. She might be.
Calgary people.
They love their oil.
They like their cowboy hats and their oil. And that's it. That's all they have. Just kidding. If you're from Calgary. Only joking.
Yeah, of course. But how sad we've lost Vince Vaughn.
Who cares? Moving on.
Why are you yelling at me?
From this one, you can kind of tell.
Might be. If you had an inkling, you might be able to guess.
No.
It almost looks like
Penis with a hat on.
All right, here we go. Who do we got? No! Not Clint!
We knew, Clint. We knew about
No!
Clint. We knew about Clint. Clint's a NRA guy.
Son of a...
It's kind of sloppy and I'm getting off it.
Approaching Stargate.
AI has broken what remains of Jim Brewer's brain.
Do you ever take the time and think, you really think AI is just showing up now? We go. Or do you think maybe AI's been around a long time? Long time.
Oh, no.
Long time. Let me just explain this to you.
But let's talk about another right-winger who has some theories. Well, I don't know if he's a right-winger. Would you say that Jim Brewer's a right-winger, or is he just a free thinker?
I would say he's
a free thinker.
He's just a star in the Bruniverse.
Exactly.
I don't think you could.
Oh, right, that's the name of his podcast, the Bruniverse?
Yeah, it's the Bruniverse.
I'm so glad that he gets to podcast and we get to hear his thoughts.
Here's the thing, and I don't know that you could call him right wing, although that he was sort of aligned with that for a while, and now he's sort of just like gone off into more. And really, there isn't a lot of like a political salience to this per se. But this video got almost 450,000. Is that right?
No, that's 9. That's nearly a million.
It's almost at a million, yeah.
A million
Where is
views.
that? Where?
944K.
Oh, 944. Holy cow. So almost a million views. And
Well, here I was thinking this is just another indulgence of Sam's because you love making fun of Jim Brewer so much, but potentially he's having an impact.
Well, that's the thing, is that,
God, people are so dumb.
This is so disturbing. Now look, we're both skeptical of AI for a lot of different reasons.
I'm not skeptical of AI
the resources
at all.
it uses.
I'm skeptical of the people that control
the,
AI.
the hype that it's getting,
AI
to how
itself
it's
is, I
employed
think,
in terms of like the
harmless.
national security state and as a weapon of
I think
war.
it can do stuff like
what
drive
it's going to do to
self-drive
jobs. There's
cars
all sorts of
badly.
reasons.
But I think the
to be
AI
skeptical
itself is
of
only here to
AI.
help us. I think it's the people that wield the
And
AI. that
Brewer
are
basically takes that ingests it, digests it,
I can't hear. Oops.
and has it come out some weird orifice that is not
where it should be.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you understand? Whether you think it's your governor, your president, your congressman, we only get to see, just like Jennifer Aniston or any celebrity or whatever, you only see what the media shows you. Do you realize that? And if you think about AI, how many videos do we watch of
I just
AI?
want to say one thing about this. Like, that's true to an extent, but one of the beauties about social media, if not like the one sort of best thing about it, is that it has democratized our access to information. Not totally. Certainly, there's a lot of stuff hidden, but you get a lot of like candid moments. So that's not exactly true.
But do people need to be explained that people don't just freeze when you're not looking at them, like a ghost in Super Mario Brothers?
I think there are people who think that they get the full picture and they don't. And so I think, I'm trying to be generous here to Jim.
Okay.
Holy crap! I was totally into the Bigfoots for a while. The Bigfoots were
No, go back.
nuts.
You skipped over a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah. How many videos do we watch of AI? You're like, holy crap! I was totally into the Bigfoots for a while. The Bigfoots were nutso, and then came all these other AI. Now I'm watching the cats waking up their owners in the middle of the night. The cats waking up the owners are freaking hilarious. A cat comes in and it looks real. Bedroom door slams over and a cat comes in and he sets up a drum set. It looks, you're like, holy crap, there's a cat playing. I'm watching dogs doing Michael Jackson dances. It looks real.
It looks real.
Do you ever take the time?
You're a fucking rube, Jim Brewer.
And think, you really think AI is just showing up now?
Here we go.
Or do you think maybe AI's been around a long time? Long time.
Oh, no.
Long time.
Let me just explain this to you. Star Wars, the movie, the last trilogy, whatever you called it, had 2 dead people starring in it that they AI'd throughout the whole movie. And I didn't even know one of them was dead for 20-something years. Now,
Hold on.
Pause it for a second.
Hold on.
Now he's talking about Carrie Fisher.
Yes,
right?
and it was horrible.
They were alive when they started filming.
Dumb and obvious.
Well, also, now Brian, you're from Hollywood.
Yes.
Was that AI or was that known as special effects?
Yeah, we also call it CGI.
Yes.
Computer.
You know what? We were one of the early adopters of the AI right here, where we had this image appear on the screen that says the Majority Report.
You know what?
How do we do that?
What's so funny is when we had last week, we had Alex Hanna on to talk about AI.
Yeah.
And she was saying how the AI industry is calling a lot of things that are not AI because it creates all this hype. And Jim is just so stupid that he's uncritically using that exact framework and not even realizing it.
But here's the important part. If you start to articulate this to your million people who watch this video, and let's say just, I don't know, 10% actually take what you're saying seriously, then you start going like, the moon landing? Fake. All the other stuff. Like, this is a way to completely destroy people's understanding of what is or is not factual in the world. Now, whether he knows that or not, I don't know, because I think he's probably a little bit
experiencing AI psychosis.
Well,
maybe
I don't
that's
know if
too
I would.
far.
I'm not a clinical. I'm not a a doctor, but it could be time for an intervention. But let's just go back
I
a
do
little.
get the sense that he's a little bit more kind-hearted than the average person we make fun of on this
Well,
show.
100%. I think he's probably his heart might be in the right place. Although I also
His
remember
brain's just
like
not.
where he was a couple years ago. He seems to have traveled from there, but he was for a while. He was going like hardcore. He was
the vaccine broke his brain.
Yeah.
But how are you an adult where it's like, okay, Jim Brewer, I'm not saying he's cultured, but he's like been probably to different parts of the world. How are you this old and this enamored with videos of Bigfoot and cats doing Michael?
It sounds like Steve Carell as as Michael from The Office. It's sort of dumb. It's like he's an idiot.
I don't know if you understand how often stand-ups are alone.
Yes, I mean that part does not in any way shock
They're
me
alone
whatsoever.
for months at a time.
These are just children.
Now, that was, I don't know how many years ago that came out. 5 years ago, 10 years, 7 years ago? Which means they had the technology before that because they had to film it and put it in. Ooh. Did you ever think, wow, can you imagine if they used AI for government and government officials with people that weren't even real? I know that sounds a little kooky.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Images of whatever they want to show you.
Like the moon landing.
You really don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I remember going to Disney World when Epcot Center first opened, and like I don't even remember. I went there in 1987, 88, and I went to Epcot Center, and they were showing the future. It's a big globe, and and they were showing you talking on phones and FaceTiming on a computer. And they were like, in the future. Now, A, how would they know that? How would they know that? B, how long have they known that? And C, just building that part of Disney.
You're an idiot.
Had to take years and years. There's so much stuff we have no clue. Scott. We
All right,
have no
pause
clue.
it for a second.
Which
Let's
you can't.
see if we can take a tackle at
He
AB.
sounds like what's his name? He sounds like he's been watching too much or listening to too much Joe Rogan. I'm noticing a bunch of these dudes were influenced by Joe Rogan, and they're fucking idiots.
ENC. Because I will say I was also at Epcot Center in, I think it was 87, this spring break 87. I went down there with Mark Morris from college. We stayed at his grandmother's place in Boynton Beach, in like a community. And we took mushrooms and went on Epcot Center. And I will say that he is right. There were things like where you could actually talk to someone and see their face on like a TV, and that you would hold hands. Where could they have gotten these ideas if they didn't already exist? Let's see. Oh,
I'm fairly sure they've had FaceTime video conversations for people like presidents since like 1988 or something like that. They like, I mean, it would take like, it had like a delay. It would have like a fucking 45-second delay or whatever, but they would stream presidents to talk to each other and stuff since like 1988 or something like that. Now, Jim Brewer would have seen Epcot probably around that same time. Yeah, like 96 or something like that. Oh, no, I DC'd. Why did one DC but not the other? It seems weird. I don't know. An updraft device could be cool. I kind of do want that. I think there's other stuff in the chart I need more, though, like that I'll get cock-blocked by. Like the tools. Yeah, the tools. Tools are a thing. I'm going to have to buy it to electric rock drill next, so it's obvious that I have to buy down this chart. This is going to be expensive. It's taking up all of those points. We have advanced supplies workbench now. Go see if I can produce one. Advanced supplies workbench. Nice. I like the laptop. No, I don't know. The box is over there, but I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I'll put this right here, I think, actually. Cool, an advanced supply. Oh, steel pickaxe. Nice. So I didn't know that. I didn't know. Give me a better tool. That's awesome. So yeah, give me that steel pickaxe then. Oh, I can power my thingies now, which is good. I have these. I did buy this. Oh, yeah, burns biological tissue. Okay. I don't need that though. I will do this. Oh, I need to get in. Attach wire. Attach wire. Attach wire. What else needs to be powered? Anything else in here? I don't think so. This is good because it will allow me to do electric furnace. Oh no, I do have something that can charge. What is it though? What was I trying to plug in? I can't remember. What was I gonna plug in? Oh, Ah, yes, the large synthesis bench. That's right. Oh, glass, acid, and a power cable. Power cable. I'll have to buy that. Even more hoops to jump through. Let's use this thing and see if I can... Oh, yeah. Cool. Reverse engineering, huh? Unlock tech and stuff. Like finished products. Reverse engineer, unlock tech. Try a different combination, okay. Actually, I think I can break these. Oh, I see how it works, okay.
I know. Here's a cartoon from the 1960s. It's called The Jetsons.
1962.
1962, The Jetsons. Imagine that. That must be proof that that existed. Where else could they possibly get the idea?
Hanna-Barbera, who are you working for?
I mean, can you imagine, though, like, how could you imagine, like, what AI could do today that if it didn't already exist? You'd have to have, like, I don't know, you'd have to be some type of, like, fantasist or maybe filmmaker. Brian?
I'm working on it.
It
won't drag over.
Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do,
Hold on,
do,
I'm
do.
trying to find a video of the guy who faked the moon landing.
Well,
no, I'm talking, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I mean, the idea that he is out there trying to undercut, like, our understanding of just reality because he can't get it through his head that people had the idea of a, I mean, did you ever see Star Trek? They're walking around with cell phones.
Whoa. How did they figure that out?
They would call them communicators. And they were literally like the flip phone. Or I've talked before about that steamer trunk I found with a futurist who said, by the end of the century, we're going to have...
One of the craziest rumors I've ever heard, and it's a rumor, it's conjecture, who knows, but I had somebody in the transcendental meditation scene who was kind of an older person and quite wise, and they told me that, and I don't even like repeating it because it just sounds like horse shit to me. But they said that that Hindus from the Indus Valley are the most advanced race that mankind has ever known, and that they had cell phones and interstellar travel and jetpacks and internet and planes and all types of stuff like that. Oh, no, this is a... Yeah, it's a blue, yeah, Venice, yeah. And then apparently they like had this first Renaissance or whatever you want to call it. They like the Renaissance age, and they like lost all the tech in a war or something like that, or aliens took it or something, we don't know. And I've never forgot what this person told me, and I don't know why. It's very racist thing that I'm saying, and it's ridiculous, but it's also like, I don't know, I wasn't alive back then. Can I prove that, you know, that it's untrue? And I don't think I could. So how, you know, but the whole thing was, and they told me that basically we've had cell phones in Hollywood and television screens and interstellar travel and stuff before, but then we kill each other all over again in some world war or some such. And then we forget all of mankind's knowledge. We burn all the books, and we destroy all the computers, which kind of sounds like we're scared of AI sort of thing. And I remember hearing this, like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, I think, something. And I can't even remember who told me. I can't remember who told me that, but I did hear that from somebody. I was like, well, I don't know. I can't prove that they didn't do that. You know, I don't believe that they did, but I can't prove that they didn't do it. And I was like, wow, it's an easy lie to want to believe that mankind has had stuff like the internet and cell phones and guns and missiles and, you know, interstellar flights and stuff like this before, and jetpacks and shit like this. It's actually plausible to me that we might have had something like that before, but it's dumb. It's dumb to believe something like that. It's just not true. We would have seen it in the architecture, or in the graveyards, or in the archaeological work that we do. There would have been some proof of it. There's weird things that they did, like Machu Picchu, which implied that they were trying to speak to the gods or like aliens or something like that. There was weird stuff that they do. There's a catalyst just spinning around. Anyways, yeah. And so, you know, I'm kind of cold. I wish, you know, I don't really use my blanket anymore in my bedroom. I kind of want my blanket back, and it's upstairs. It's kind of annoying. I have a good blanket down here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Where's my blanket? I haven't used it in a long time. My gray blanket, I must have done something with it. I don't know. I'll put on my pants is what I'll do. Oh. I just need something to guard my bare naked legs. They're a little chilly. There we go. Yeah, I'll just put my pants back on. That's fine. There we go. So yeah, and so, but I don't know why, but that particular bit of bullshit, it's stuck in my brain for years. I was like, what if that's true, and I know some crazy secret that I don't think could possibly ever matter, but I mean, like, you know, but it is a crazy secret, sort of, that we might have had internet and flight and lost all that stuff in some war. Maybe we smash all the computers because we're scared of AI or something, and we've doomed the mankind back to the cave age again, or the Neolithic era or whatever. And I don't know, like, I don't know. I wasn't alive back then. I can't prove it. I would need video evidence of it or something. I mean, it would be that much for me. I would need to have either physical or video evidence of it. I would have to be shown a video of it to believe it. And that's, you know, that's not happening. So it's just sort of like, why would I believe a lie like this? I don't believe the lie. but it's a seductive lie. It's a seductive lie. It's why it's stuck in my brain so long. It's like, what if we had technology 100, 300,000 years ago, something like that, right? Like maybe before even like an ice age or something, like, right? Maybe the ice age killed all the technology and sent us back to the cave. But in any event, it's a seductive lie, but it was also a racist and seductive lie. And it was also meant to sort of elevate Hindus above everybody else in mankind, which was just kind of weird. And I think there was a racist side of the lie. And I don't remember who told me this, but whoever told me this, I think they really believed it. Who was that? I don't remember who told me this originally. I'm drawing a fucking blank, and that's another weird thing. It was such an important quote-unquote secret. You would think that I would remember the source, but I don't fucking remember. It's not like I made it up. Somebody else told me this, and I was like, nope, complete bullshit. When they told me, I was like, no, complete bullshit. Not possible. Our archaeologists would have found some hint of it. We would have known stuff that valuable. We would have written on the side of stone walls and stuff like this. And I was like, no, I just don't believe it. And they're like, yeah, I don't either, but that's what I've been told. And I was like, okay. And I don't know. I don't like that lie. It's a racist lie. It definitely had a racial element to it. It definitely was untrue, and I don't know why it was so lucidly hopeful that something like that might be true, but it's not, though. It's not possible. And so there's no way we lost all of our technology, although war has an element of it's common in times of war for mankind to desecrate each other's churches and libraries and stuff like this. And I just don't really see it as I don't see it as being that implausible or whatever. It's like almost plausible that maybe we could have lost all of the world's technology in just some kind of war. That's something that actually does, the lie itself was so close to the truth that it was seductive to me, but I also believe it to be bullshit. Now, I don't know who told me this. I can't remember. I wish I could. Who told me this? I want to say somebody in my best friend's ashram told me this one day. And they're like, oh, we've had like jetpacks and fucking space shuttles and shit since like 300,000 years ago. And I was like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, we've had all this tech for like 300,000 years or something, but every time there's a world war, they sack all the libraries and destroy all the computers and we kill each other. And how we keep other people down is by taking their technology and their knowledge of the technology away from them. And then eventually we forget how to do stuff like flight, and we have to relearn. And I was like, it's a plausible lie. It's something that could occur, which is why I want to believe it. But that's the problem with lies, is they can be seductive like that. You want to believe that maybe we had the internet 300,000 years ago, and I want to believe it. I want to believe that mankind is that cool, and that we're just so dumb that we lost it all in war. Like we smashed all of our computers, and then we essentially, like, maybe the ice age started and we all just were back to the cave anyways, maybe just because we were all frozen, right? And it didn't matter if we had tech or not. It was still the ice age, and we basically were constrained to caves, maybe like caves that we could warm. How do we live through the ice age without freezing to death? I don't know. But I want to believe that we've been that advanced before in mankind's history. It's a really seductive lie, but I don't. But it's stuck with me all these years. That is the craziest thing I think anybody has ever told me, like, word to my face, that could be true. I suppose it could be true. It's not something I can prove or disprove. I don't think anybody ever could. But it is possible that we might have had power and internet and interstellar flight and stuff way back then. Because if you look at stuff like Machu Picchu, it makes it make a little more sense. Like, I don't know if you know what Machu Picchu is, but it's this giant piece of art done so large on the side of a fucking plane that, like, by plane I mean PLAIN, like planes, like in Magic the Gathering, whatever, like on the side of the plane, and it's meant to be seen from, like, I don't know, 4,000 feet up or something like that, which is weird because these people were cave people. They were like people that lived in caves and picked berries and stuff and probably followed old foul gods and stuff like this. But, kind of like, aboriginals essentially, or whatever you want to call it, like old natives and stuff. And so, and so, and it's just weird. What if they had the internet? What if they did have the internet way back then? And then, like, Donald Trump starts a war, the whole world descends into world war, and some Alexander the Great, like, goes and sacks all the libraries so that nobody knows how to make planes or computers anymore. It's only the planes and computers that we currently have, right? Because nobody is needed to make a computer outside of a factory process for like 1,000 years or something. So nobody remembers how to make the computer. They just tell the factory to make one. But then if a war were to occur and all the factories were destroyed, would any of us know how to make a computer? Would you know how? And that's what's so scary about the seductive lie about the Indus Valley 100,000 years ago or 300,000 years ago or whatever. Maybe it was my best friend that told me this, and that's maybe one of the reasons why I believe it. It's kind of crazy, but anyway, I believe it to be possible, which is scary to me because most of these crazy conspiracies I don't believe are plausible. But this one I think is plausible in the respect that an ice age or a war or even a nuclear war or maybe, like a freeze or a dust bowl or something or a comet could have set back all of the technology. Like, who's to say that we invented solar back then? Maybe we didn't. So if the whole world is frozen, then your power doesn't really mean anything if you can't produce more power, but all the world is frozen because it's an ice age, so it doesn't really matter what you do with your technology. You're still fucking frozen, and everybody is living in like huts with like fires burning 24/7 while they try to warm up some cave or something. And technology won't matter. Planes and jetpacks and bombs and guns don't really matter when you're freezing balls in a cave trying to get a space heater to work, but you don't remember how to make space heaters or batteries. And so that's what it's so plausible to me. It actually could happen where, eventually some war or some crazy Alexander the Great shithead sacks all the churches that have all the books, so nobody knows how to do anything or make anything. And this is something we're kind of going through right now. They're saying that nobody works a skilled trade anymore. So like we don't have like journeyman contractors or whatever you want to call it. Like we don't have like really skilled labor anymore. So, if someone were to put a gun to your head and say, produce a computer, you'd be like, well, I'd have to go down to the computer factory and pull a lever and tell the computer factory to make me a computer. And they'd be like, no, you make me the computer. You could do it if you were like, okay, well, I'm going to need a lot of parts, right? And they're going to like, well, we don't have the parts. You're going to have to make those too. And you're going to be like, well, I can't make the parts without the factory to make the computer to run the templates for the parts to get the factory to make the parts, and it's like this catch-22 problem where I don't know how to make the parts to fix the computer because I haven't had to make a computer in my lifetime. We have like factories have done that for 50 years right now. But I mean, if it's super advanced Indus Valley, perhaps the computers have been made by factories for like 1,000 years. So if you lose control of the factory in some kind of world war or ice age or something, you don't know how to make computers because you haven't had to do that for 1,000 years. The factories have just done it for you. You pull some lever, and at best you know how to pull a lever really well, or you can read the app that tells you how to run the factory, but you can't technically get the factory to run because you don't know how to make a computer. And so that's, you personally don't, I personally don't know how to make a computer. I know how to build a computer out of existing parts. I don't know how to make the parts to make a computer. I don't even know how you would start. You'd have to like get a factory that make computer parts, or you'd have to do it by hand. It's kind of crazy. And I could probably do that, but it would take me all my life to probably build like an Apple IIci or something like that. It would take me 50 years. And I would just keep on banging my head at it, being like, I'm not a computer maker. I don't know what to do. I can't get my hands on parts. So I made everything out of batteries and potatoes, and I don't really know how to make a computer, but I'm trying or whatever. And that I can see happening. That's actually plausible. I can see technology like collapsing so quickly due to a world war or nuclear war or an alien attack or some act of God or a dust bowl or something like that that just sets back all of the world's tech to basically you're stuck in the cave again, and nobody even remembers where the computers are, and they're all covered in 100 feet of snow. And the 100 feet of snow has been there for 500 years. So any tech that was there is just ruined by the snow. So yeah, like the Ice Age seems to be sort of a more plausible thing that sort of excuses the plausibility of an ancient civilization being super fucking advanced. But we know that there's stuff about some of the world wonders that don't make sense. Like, for instance, we still can't make the Gaza pyramids. We don't have machinery that can do it. They did it with slaves. We as modern civilized people don't have that kind of possibility. We don't work in slaves, right? So we don't crack whips trying to get slaves to move giant stone blocks and build the Gaza pyramids. We just don't do stuff like that. We don't have that kind of crazy. I think the craziest thing that mankind's ever built is actually the containment box for Chernobyl. And we're on that sort of level, but I don't think we could build the Gaza pyramids again without taking human slaves and cracking the whip 24/7 for months on end to get them to move stone blocks in large groups of 500,000 people lifting and stuff like this. That's what it would take. And so right now today, we can't build the Gaza pyramids like they could thousands of years ago, particularly because of our social mores. I'm not pushing for slavery. I'm just saying that they did with slavery what we still can't do with construction machines today. So that's an example of, like, they were in some ways more advanced back then in some ways. Only a few of them like that. For instance, we know that the Mayans had pretty much charted the stars without ever leaving the planet or whatever. So, which is kind of crazy. And they built calendars off of it and stuff like this. That's proof that they were advanced back then. They were like fairly advanced. To the point where I wouldn't be surprised if they did have stuff like cloaking devices or computers or bombs or guns or missiles and stuff like this. I don't put it past humanity having that stuff. What I do think is difficult is getting through without fighting each other. And when we fight each other, we reset all of our progress again. And we burn churches and we burn libraries and we break computers and we blame AI and we blame the technology for bringing us there. And so then we destroy that and we declare war, kind of like Prohibition does on alcohol. And we say, no, the tech has ruined mankind. We don't want it anymore. And so we set ourselves back willingly to the cave. And then it takes us another 100,000 years how to relearn how to fly to the stars. Now, I love this lie. I want to believe it, that mankind is that advanced, that we could do something like that. I'm repeating myself. I made my point. But it is the most interesting thing somebody's ever said to me. It was that, yeah, we had cell phones and fucking computers and pizza and cars and, interstellar craft and stuff and submarines way back 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 years ago. In the Indus Valley, they were such an advanced civilization, but they never ever shared their tech. So it just stayed in the valley for only those people. And they use it all like the tools that they're meant to be, and they didn't use it for evil. They didn't build nuclear bombs or anything like this. And then probably some ice age hits and everybody forgets how to do all that stuff. So then we start exulting when we build the airplane, even though we probably have done that before. How would you make Machu Picchu otherwise? If you look at Machu Picchu, which we can do, that's a bestower. If you look at Machu Picchu, it's so big that only aliens in the sky could have seen it. which implies that, yeah, maybe we had planes back then, or at least hang gliders or balloons or something. And so we want to say that we've been this third world, dumb and poor and kind of, what's the word, primitive. We want to believe that we've been dumb and primitive for pretty much all of mankind's history until the internet pretty much, and rockets and missiles and stuff like this, guns. But I don't think we've been primitive people forever. I think there's been interesting stuff like the internet discovered before. I think there's been stuff like rocket fuel discovered before. There's proof that bombs and guns have been around for thousands of years. There's stuff that you know, that would indicate that while we were a really primitive people, that is confirmed, we also had our minds on crazy tech even way the fuck back then. And there's all this stuff that the alien crowd wants you to believe that the aliens tried to reach out to us many, many times over the last like thousands of years and all that. So we don't know what tech we could have gotten through them. There's all this other crazy fucking stories that I don't want to believe in, like that one about aliens and stuff. It's just all poppycock to me, essentially. But I want to believe that mankind had cell phones and internet 300,000 years ago. I don't know why I want to believe that. I just really think that it's cool if we did. You know, I think that would be pretty cool if we did that, you know, as human beings, if we had hang gliders and, you know, fucking hot air balloons and bombs and guns and internet and porn and stuff back in, you know, like 300,000 AD or BC or whatever. And I don't know what we don't know. I don't know. We may have just lost the knowledge. It is something plausible. So that's like, okay, that is the craziest conspiracy theory that I believe. And by believe, I mean I can't disprove. Almost all the conspiracy theories I've ever heard of before, I can fairly easily disprove, at least in my own mind. And I'll tell you why on each and every single one of them. But this one I struggle with because I couldn't ever prove that it was or wasn't true. And that's kind of shitty, you know? So then I leave myself, being the open-minded person I am, I'm like, wait, did we have cell phones 300,000 years ago? And that's such a stupid fucking thing to say. Then how would we know what they are or whatever? It sounds like this dude. How would we know what they are? Like Jim Brewer being like, how would we know what they are? Well, yeah, the Jetsons or whatever. It's called using our imagination. Using our imagination. It's not that hard.
Little TVs on our...
In the 60s. They barely had color television, but then they also had Mary Poppins, which I might remind you is a live action film with cartoons in it, which is fucking crazy for wasn't that the 60s or whatever? And you think, oh, you know, so really we had Pixar since the 60s. And I mean, the truth is, yeah, we kind of did. I mean, we did. Yeah.
Wrist like watches. And they're going to get messages. They're going to get like images from satellites in the sky. And they're going to be...
There's proof that there's like radio signals coming from interstellar sources that kind of look like people trying to send us not people, but like something's trying to send us a message and all that. And sometimes I wonder if that's just some lost cell of humanity that went off on spaceships and have been living there for 5,000 years or whatever, or 10,000, 100,000 years or whatever. And they finally come back and they make contact. When they remember that we exist, they unearth some old Bible that tells them about Bethlehem or something, and they're like, "What the fuck?" They finally find some book, like, you know, 100,000 years later, and it's falling apart, it crumbles in dust. But they use the AI to redo the Bible, or, you know, to like, you know, technologically try to, you know, archaeologically recover from the Bible, and they learn about a city named Bethlehem on an old planet named Earth, like, you know, 100,000 years ago or something. And they're like, oh, God, that's who we are? We left planet Earth, did we? We forgot we even came from there. We forgot what planet we came from at World War 19, you know? Or not World War, but Space War 19, in total Space War 19. We forgot where we came from. We couldn't remember what planet we came from because everybody's so fucked up and brain damaged and exhausted from deprivation and food and water deprivation and stuff. Everybody's basically zombies, and they don't remember that we come from planet Earth because nobody's been to planet Earth in 180 years or something. So because it's so, it's just this toxic, there's all these cool sci-fi things about this idea that maybe mankind wasn't so primitive as we desperately want to believe. But I don't think so. I think Machu Picchu proves that we're not primitive. We've not been primitive for a long, long time. We can do crazy, crazy things. Sure, we use slavery to do it, but I mean, we can do fucking crazy, crazy things if we set our mind to it that we still can't do today,
Be powered by propane. So
how do magnets work is what I always say when I hear an idiot in the wild. I love asking this question to an idiot in the wild is, how do magnets work?
It's so close, so close.
Well, electricity has positives and negatives. The positives and negatives repel or attract. It's like basic level 1, so grade 1 like science, the positive and negative neurons repel or reflect each other depending on whether they're positive or negative, neurons. As or particles or whatever it is. I forget what light electricity is. Is it particles? I think it is. And then and so then they push or repel electrically away from each other, and the electric field creates essentially a field of force that will not allow the magnet to touch another magnet. It just pushes itself away so powerfully that you can't do it very easily. And that's that it's. The concept of magnets is not hard, but you realize that the idiot's never going to grasp it. It just thinks that it's magic or something. Well, I don't know how magnets work. No, it's something that you can prove if you get down to the molecular level with a fucking molecular microscope. You can prove that these neurons are there, or you can see them. They're there, and they push each other back and forth.
They can't make it too obvious.
But of course, how could we have even imagined AI without it?
Like maybe we split the atom like 300,000 years ago, but we just forgot. I really want to believe that weird conspiracy theories. Like of all of the conspiracy theories I've ever heard, that one about the Indus Valley and us having crazy cell phone tech and interstellar space flight and stuff 300,000 years ago. That's the one that I want to believe. I don't want to believe aliens. I don't want to believe in assassination plots or whatever. I don't want to believe the CIA killed JFK or whatever. I don't want to believe that 9/11 was an inside job. I don't find any of these fucking shitty nests of vipers and lies to be something fun to subscribe to. But that one about maybe we had cell phones and jetpacks 300,000 years ago, that one I want to believe for some reason. I think they have all these shows on THC, the History Channel, like about ancient aliens and stuff like this. Particularly because of stuff like this. We couldn't have done Machu Picchu without flight, or at least cameras, or at least, I don't know how you would do this. I'll show you Machu Picchu, but from a scientific point of view, you would need some kind of what's it called? You would need some kind of flights. You would have to. It would be impossible to do this architecture without some kind of drone or flight or some way to see it from above. But I mean, in olden times like this, when they built Machu Picchu, they would have had to walk all the way to the mountain just to see what they were making. Every single time they wanted to see what they were making. Otherwise, you would have to have cameras or drones or something like that. And so I just don't believe that, that we were that primitive. I don't think we've always been that primitive. I think we've known things. I think we made choices to live very primitive lives because religion has always plagued us, and I think it always boils down to what God you believe in when it comes to war. So, so we live these kind of primitive lives, I think, due to religion, and we spent a lot of our lives worshiping back then. So, but that's why it looks so primitive, is I think most of the time we spent our time working on religion, which is just crazy. Waste of time. So, but anyways. Yeah, so how do you build something like this without an aerial view? You just couldn't. You wouldn't be able to. It would take when you understand what Machu Picchu actually is. It's like this crazy piece of art that's also architecture. And it's just like, you know, and it's hard to see. I've seen like rolling film of it, which is a way better way to understand what it is. But it's like this modern, sorry, it's not modern, but it's a ancient great wonder of the world, Machu Picchu, and it's impossible without drones, or at least cameras and television screens, something. You wouldn't be able to do this with, I don't know, whatever this was supposed to be. It's supposed to be like 26,000 years ago or something. I don't really know. And it still stands today. We can't make McMansions that last longer than 30 years, but we can make monuments that stand like stone, stand the test of time forever. Because we've been stonemasons for a long time. We work stone. I would say the one thing that mankind does do really fucking well is stone architecture. I think we're really good at making mortar and brick and making it look good and making it last. I think we're stonemasons. I think that's our first calling, really, as human beings. But anyways, so moving on. It's getting too late here. It's 2:30. I'm gonna have to go to bed here soon. I should do it now, really. I'm in between, but I've got this ice op. I'm going to tip this orca before I forget.
Existing.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Yeah, like we've been depicting tech like stuff that we have today. We've been depicting tech like that since the 1910s. Like Isaac Asimov was predicting stuff like the internet and, you know, like space flight and stuff like that way before it was an actual possibility. Even like authors have been messing with sci-fi forever.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
There you go. There it is. Proof that AI has been around for a long time.
Yeah, like, so how do they know?
Kubrick was a guy. Isn't he the guy that all the conspiracy theorists say faked the moon landing?
Was it Kubrick who did it? Who faked the moon landing? I didn't know.
Isn't that who they say did it?
And what's so fun? Can we go back to just?
I believe that is true. Yeah, I think the current conspiracy theory is that Kubrick was brought in by the CIA or whoever was running that back then to create the moon landing video underwater or up in the stratosphere where there's zero gravity.
The video for sec.
I've seen bubbles in the water. I've seen all kinds of stuff. I know that they were underwater when they filmed the actual like fucking space landing because like water is the only thing that would make the dust act like that.
Of Brewer, because I want to read the comment section.
Oh, let's go
I don't know. Maybe it was real. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. Maybe the moon landing was real. I wasn't there. So, and I don't want to piss off Buzz Aldrin or whatever. If he believes that he did it, then okay. I wasn't there. I can't. It's that same thing about the Indus Valley thing. Is I wasn't there. I can't prove it or disprove it, and that's a real problem for me.
Well, he's got a little bit more to say, I think.
Oh, he does. Okay, good.
Maybe.
Then we'll get to that because that was more depressing than I anticipated. Yeah.
And brings me back to, you could sit and complain about it, or you.
Nah, man, you were on Half Baked talking about cocaine and weed and stuff. It's obvious that you've destroyed your brain on drugs, and that's something that I can't believe I'm saying. It's so hypocritical for me to say that, but I mean, it takes one to know one. I can see that you fried your brain on drugs.
You can sit and live in it. Oh,
it's the way he moves in his eyes and all this.
Virus is coming. Oh no! Or you can buy into this world that we call the Matrix or whatever you want to call it, or just, dude, tap out. I'm out. I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I don't care about politicians. I don't even watch sports anymore. I don't. I'd rather just play sports than actually watch them.
Wow.
Because I know for a fact, I know specific professional players that have talked about games being rigged. So it's like, what is real anymore? What is real anymore?
I believe that's an easy one. Yeah, the gambling world has provided a huge financial, monetary, and remember, money talks, money walks, right? A huge financial incentive to to the entire sports scene, even down to poker. It might be fixed. And they fix all these games. They fix all these games so that they can sway the outcome of gambling. That's what it actually is. It's a machine called Gambler, and I blame him for everything.
Did you guys watch the comedy roast?
Okay, let's get out of here.
Fuck no, I don't like stand-ups for one thing.
The funny thing is, he thinks that comedy roast was real.
Somebody roasted comedy?
What is real anymore? Anyways, let's move on to the comedy roast.
So the AI companies are deliberately marketing themselves as tech futuristic and trying to make their technology sound like something that would appeal to baby brain people that still think of everything in terms of Disney movies or Disney rides, I should be fair. Is it Epcot a ride? I'm an adult.
Yeah,
It's a small world.
Oh,
after all.
right,
Isn't
okay.
that Epcot?
No, it's Small World after all. It's a different ride in Disney. Epcot is the big
it's a
globe.
Oh, the golf ball.
The golf ball, yeah, and you go through and you see the future. The whole exhibit is literally what we anticipate in the future.
It was just seeds planted by...
But look at these. I mean, stay safe, Jim. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. We need the glasses from the movie They Live, which is such a dumb movie, but whatever.
I know. I like They Live. I think it's a really wonderful B horror film, and that lives in its place in time and is true to the story that it tries to tell. And yeah, it's a dumb alarmist film about aliens. But I mean, it stars Roddy Piper, and it has like a 20-minute fight scene in it. It's not a serious film, so why are we worried about whether it's dumb or not? It's a comedy. I would say it's a comedy horror. When I first saw They Live, I was like very young. I was like 8 years old or something, and it fucked with me. My father really liked that film.
Comedians have always been saying the truth out loud.
Jesus Christ. The Jetsons cartoon had FaceTime in the 60s. What is that supposed to prove?
Well, he's saying what we were saying, I guess, was basically like...
yeah, the Demolition Man had all this stuff, too. Yeah.
That's how they had the idea. Like, it wasn't such a crazy idea that you would be able to talk to somebody on TV. TV was a much bigger idea than the idea that we'd each have, like, a way to transmit TV signals.
You are rapidly becoming one of the most clear-speaking voices of our generation? Oh man, it is refreshing to hear you reason in the open and
reason out in the open and verbalize those thoughts many of us think but would hesitate to bring up.
Because you would sound like you have the mental capacity of an 11-year-old?
I will object. I love They Live. I love John Carpenter.
Well, I do like that 25-minute fight scene just for like humor, but that movie is very dumb.
I love that movie, but it didn't shape my view of the world.
But I'm telling you, there are a lot of people that grew up in the 80s that are like, that's where we're at right now, man.
Totally,
put on the
They Live.
glasses. And they're all experiencing AI psychosis, and they all are stupid like Jim Brewer.
Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.
Connecting. Skill training completed. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Do you?
My friends, I know that we have covered a lot of different topics, but we're probably going to make the most least controversial statement that this channel has ever made. Russian people love vodka. And yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about here today. We're going to be talking about not only Russia's love for vodka, but actually the fascinating little thing of how over the course of history, it has actually influenced Russian politics and basically every single level of Russian society going back for over 1,000 years. Yes, I know this sounds like a tall order, which, you know, I guess make it a double in that context. All right, I'm going to stop that now. But as always, here on The History of Everything, in order to be able to talk about that, we're going to first need to take a big swig of context and quench the thirst of historical knowledge. All right, I said I was going to stop, but I probably can't. There's going to be way too many puns over the course of this entire thing. Anyway, yes, my friends, we're talking about vodka. And when you were talking about that and the history of it in Russia, that is something that goes back a long way. Like, stupidly far back. In fact, there is a very famous story or legend that goes way back in the days of Kievan Rus that references the Russians had already developed a famous taste for alcohol, where in the year 978, Grand Prince Vladimir would go and conquer the city of Kiev and numerous other lands and cities in the region, growing the size of the Kievan Rus and uniting them under his rule. Now, his grandmother, Olga of Kiev, who is a very famous Kievan Russian, I'm not even sure what the adjective in the scenario would be. Anyway, she's one of the most famous figures of Kievan Rus, and she had been a Christian. But Vladimir himself was a follower of Slavic paganism, and as evidence of this, he had numerous wives, and I think it's estimated like at this point 800 concubines, which is a lot. He also erected statues and shrines to pagan gods in his early rule, but Vladimir knew that his people themselves were predominantly Christian. And he knew that there was power in having a state religion, and so he sent envoys far and wide seeking a religion that he could unite his people under, which, as the story goes, representatives from Vladimir's court would travel and summon experts and teachers from all over the world's major religions at the time, which was Islam, Christianity, Judaism, you had the Byzantine version of Christianity, etc. And then upon meeting these religious missionaries, Vladimir said that he was impressed by Islam, but told their representatives that his people would never be able to convert to this faith due to the rules against imbibing hard liquor. And that was simply not something that the Russian people could stand by. According to some of the earliest records we have of these people, which are literally written on birch bark, Vladimir told the Muslim missionary that, and I quote, "Drinking is the joy of the Rus. We cannot do without it." End quote. And he meant every word of that. Now, eventually, again, as the story goes, he settled on Byzantine Christianity, which would become the Eastern Orthodox Church because it had no rules against drinking and was already what a good portion of his people would subscribe to. Now, we can't, of course, be totally sure that he really said this. Again, it all goes back into legend, but the words were important enough that we're attributing them to Vladimir over a millennia later. Back then, the Rus weren't even drinking vodka on account of the fact that it hadn't been invented yet. They mostly drank low-alcohol fermented beverages, like most of Europe, which is something that would help to combat the effects of unclean water. Because, you know, go figure. They would drink something called pivo, which was a beer that was consumed at social events like weddings and funerals. But in daily life, they mostly drank kvass, which is a low-alcohol content beer made from fermenting black rye bread. And to this day, it ranks actually second in popularity to vodka among Russians. So, you know, it has quite a bit of history.
Really? I've never had it.
They also drank a naturally fermented birch sap called, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation.
This is good. I love alcohol lore.
Of this, Beryozvitsa. I'm probably going to have a lot of people that are making fun of me in the comment section as I say that. In addition to that, wine was also very popular, and the elites would drink wine and mead for the most part, though wine, of course, was something that had to be imported, which is why it was something that was for the nobility. And at some point in the late 14th to early 15th centuries, potatoes were introduced to the region when Tatar raiders would go and invade Poland. Now, upon developing a new way to distill the potatoes into a new drink called aqua vitae, or the water of life, this vodka precursor was initially something that was presented as a medicinal elixir, but the Russians saw through this. It turns out that the Poles could not keep this new invention a secret, and aqua vitae would quickly spread to Russia, where it was consumed mostly by the elites of Moscow at the time. Now, nearly immediately, aqua vitae would find a home at Russian royal courts and banquet tables. Within the following decades, distillation methods were then improved upon, and it became the drink that we know here today. Its name would be derived from the name aqua vitae itself. The Russian word for water is voda, and so eventually this new drink would take on the name vodka. So yeah, that's literally the origin of vodka, which was almost prophetic when it comes to how much the Russian people would immediately fall in love with the beverage. Like, I kid you not, they treated it like water of the gods, or something close to this. Literally something that
Because
is,
it kind of
unfortunately, as time went on, drank just like water. And those in charge began to see just how much control the people's dependence on vodka could actually afford them. In fact, when we're going and describing this, the first major use of this vodka politics, as we're going to be referring to it, came in 1533 with the death of Vasily III, the Grand Prince of Moscow and all of Russia. Vasily was out on a hunt riding horseback when he felt an incredible pain swelling from his hip. An abscess that he had on his hip had turned septic and infected, which caused blood poisoning, a drawn-out and very painful death. In the space of 8 days, Vasily III would die, leaving the crown to his 3-year-old son, Ivan. Now, at the time of Vasily's death, Russia was ruled by the Grand Prince of the Rus, who in turn ruled over
Ivan the Terrible.
Other princes of all the major cities and regions in Russia at the time. Now, these princes wielded armies, their own armies, that were supported, funded, and manned by the boyars, the class of ruling Russian elites who weren't royals, yet they controlled most state offices, giving them favor and land grants from the royals in exchange for their own fealty. They were like the knights or minor barons of the day, except there was a lot of them. This system had worked well so far, or at least as well as it possibly could in a feudal society.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop here. I'm sorry. I'm not long for this world. I got to go to bed. I've been walking 5 miles every day, and it takes a lot out of you, and I'm going to go rest my body, especially because I'm, a gamer and I don't really use my body that much, So I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. You've been watching Skycatlive. I'm a full-time variety gamer all day, every day. Put me on in the background. Click on the cast face to donate. It's a PayPal link. Come to my Twitch or my YouTube or my Kick and give me a like, sub, or a follow if you like what you saw here or like something that I said. And and I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to log off all the games and everything except for Eve. I'm going to keep Eve running for another 15 minutes while I take my pills and get in bed and all this. I'm going to fire up my bedroom television here. Just a reminder, I have thousands of videos on my YouTube channel, which is reflected here. Oh, did I finish my upload? I don't know if I did. Oh, no, wait, no, don't go back. Go back. That's not what I wanted to do. So
the class of ruling Russian elites who weren't royals, yet they controlled.
So, I wanted to sub to him. I guess sub. I want to. I want to look at my channel. There we go. Looking at my channel content, I'm not sure I got my yesterday's uploads done, which kind of sucks. I'm really tired. My brain is dead. No, I guess I did. Yeah, 517. Is that right? 516, 517, 518. Yeah, yesterday was 518. No, yesterday was the 19th, but did I get the days wrong on these? 15, 16, 17. Oh well, I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video here and I'm gonna post.